Engineer Ben Saki to tell us what's happening. He's giving us up to the end of January to actually fix the potholes on the what we can call the original motorway. In the meantime, they will smoothen the diversions to ensure that your vehicles do not suffer and your much complained about shocks are in good shape. Well, this morning we're continuing with the conversation right here on the Super Morning Show as we go around the country.
I live in Porton and work in Winneba. I usually take 15 to 20 minutes to get to my place of work, but due to the construction of the road, I spend more time on it. And also, sometimes I have to take an extra attire to work because before I get to work, I'm dirty.
Imagine having to take an extra attire to work just because you have to use the Kaswa Winneba Road. Apart from spending long hours on the road, you even have to contend with changing when you get to work. So this morning we're continuing with the conversation and we're going around the country. Our correspondents are on standby to be telling us the state of our roads throughout the country. Our mission is very simple. We're helping the authorities to actually understand the problems people face so they know how to address them. Well, my name is Winston Amoah.
And my name is Kojo Boateng.
As always, we do this with you, so let's get interactive. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 05511119997. Coming up now is the news at 6 with Mami AC Nyamiche Thompson.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are live on Love 99.5 and in all 16 regions of Ghana via various affiliates. We're also live on myjoyonline.com, X Spaces, YouTube, and on Facebook. Coming up, new revelations indicates Ken Oforiatta's detention may be more than just visa issues following FBI involvement.
A few hours ago, I was also informed the FBI were involved. And of course, that sort of corroborated with what the Attorney General told me, that the FBI had informed him that they had picked him up.
We'll hear from Ghana's ambassador to the United States, who hints that it may be bordering on criminality.
The detainee, being the ex-minister, had refused now to see us under any circumstance. So that was the end of the road for me and the embassy.
Also coming up, Ghana Revenue Authority assures it will meet 225 billion Ghana cedis 2026 revenue target amid concerns of possible revenue shortfall from tax abolishment and increased VAT registration threshold.
This is our core mandate, so we are poised to make sure that right from the beginning of this year, we are working effectively to ensure that we deliver on this revenue mobilization.
In business,
Bank of Ghana's Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama reveals measures are in place to reduce losses linked to the gold purchase program. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
I am Amir Sinyamiche Thompson. Let's get into the details now. New revelations about the detention of former Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta in the United States indicates the case may be beyond visa issues following FBI involvement. Ghana's ambassador to the U.S., Victor Smith, revealed on PM Express last night that the FBI had picked up Mr. Ofori-Atta, suggesting he may be dealing with more than immigration-related matters. Until now, Mr. Ofori-Atta had been held in ICE custody after his visa was revoked and is expected to appear in court on January 20. But the ambassador's latest disclosures indicates that may not be the end of the road for the embattled former minister. Here are excerpts from PM Express with Evans Mensah.
The ICE did the arrest, but a few hours ago, I was also informed the FBI were involved. And of course, that sort of corroborated with what the Attorney General told me, that the FBI had informed him that they had picked him up. I suspect it's a combination of these two factors. ICE normally would pick you for immigration issues. Okay. But then, of course, when the FBI comes in, then there must be some criminality or Interpol police request. So the red alert comes in there. So the combination of the two of them, convinces me that Ghana government had requested for this man to be brought in to help us, if you like, unravel some issues that have been brought against him as a former minister.
Well, Ambassador Victor Smith also disclosed that Mr. Ofori-Atta has declined assistance from the Ghanaian consulate.
The extent of my involvement at this stage was when he had been picked up. I discussed it with the consular officers of my embassy, and we decided to make a request to make sure that he was being treated properly as the protocols, international protocols. And so we requested, and they agreed in principle to allow us to come and visit. But just before we set out, the ICE people came again and said the detainee had refused to meet with us without his lawyers. That was the initial response from the detention center. And they were going to go back to him and probably request that his lawyers appear so we can come and verify for ourselves that he's being treated fairly. But we waited for a while. After about a few hours, they came back to us to say the detainee, being the ex-minister, had refused now to see us under any circumstance. So that was the end of the road for me and the embassy.
Anyway, the Ghanaian ambassador to the U.S., Victor Smith. Moving on, the Ghana Revenue Authority has given assurance that it is pursuing a number of avenues to meet the 225 billion Ghana cedi revenue target for 2026. This is after concerns that the recent COVID-19 abolishment and the current tax reforms, which had reduced the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%, could result in a shortfall in this year's annual revenue. Here's Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Sapon, before the Public Accounts Committee.
We believe that the reforms have been taken well by businesses and Ghanaians. As of last week from Ghana Revenue Authority, we did market visits as well as visiting some of the major shops, and we're satisfied that most of the businesses have implemented the new VAT requirements. That in itself ensuring that consumers can benefit from the abolition of the levy, as well as also ensuring that government intention to make sure that the abolishment, which returns close to about 6 billion to household, has begun.
Well, the Commissioner General says the GRA is optimistic of meeting the 225 billion cedi target.
Let me say that the annual target that has been announced by the minister in the 2026 budget is 225 billion. And we at GRA, this is our core mandate. So we are poised to make sure that right from the beginning of this year, we are working effectively to ensure that we deliver on this revenue mobilization, because we believe that the revenue mobilization is the lifeblood of our national.
Residents of Teshi will have to endure at least 2 more weeks without water as the Ghana Water Limited works to restore services to the area. According to the company's communication manager, Stanley Marty, engineers and technical staff are working round the clock to resolve challenges affecting the distribution system. But first, my colleague Ramat Bashir visited the place and reports how the water shortage in the area is affecting livelihood.
A deepening water crisis is taking a heavy toll on residents of Teshi, particularly in the Kamtu area. At the local clinic, nurses say the absence of running water has transformed routine healthcare into a daily struggle, with deteriorating sanitation contributing to the spread of infections within the facility.
So I say spread of infection is really becoming high here because we have to use water to wash the bedsheet before we can use it for another patient.
Okay, somebody would have to use the washroom, and since there's no water to flush immediately, the next person will also have to do that until there's a pile up and then we are able to flush.
The impact of the water shortage extends beyond the clinic. Food vendors in the community say the lack of water has forced many of them to halt operations, cutting off their primary source of income.
I haven't been able to cook and sell for about 5 months now. I have to travel to Osu and Labadi just to buy water before I can work. The situation is really serious and the authorities need to do something about it. We are bleeding because we have to buy sachet water for domestic use. I've stopped cooking because I don't get water. I can't use unhygienic water to cook and sell. So for now, I've stopped working.
With healthcare delivery, livelihoods, and daily life under strain, residents are calling for urgent intervention, warning that failure to act could escalate the crisis into a full-scale public health emergency for the entire Teshi community.
Well, we can now listen to the communications manager of Ghana Water Limited, Stanley Marty, who says the issue will be resolved by the end of this month.
We are doing everything possible to ensure that by the end of January, we should end this impasse. But I can't give a definite date because I've mentioned 2 issues. When it comes to maintenance, as engineers, we can give ourselves timelines and say that we'll finish in a week or 2. But when it comes to legal issues, I can't predict that it can end in a week or 2. Now that the government is doing everything possible, that everything goes well, we are hopeful that latest by the end of January, this impasse should end and we should put the plant back in operation.
And just before we head out, the Bekwai Circuit Court has granted bail to 28 Chinese nationals and their 3 Ghanaian accomplices accused of attempting to mine illegally in the Ampampama Forest Reserve in the Ashanti region. The 31 individuals were arrested late last year by the Forestry Commission after they pitched camp within the forest in readiness for alleged illegal mining operations. They were remanded in police custody on their first appearance before the court last week, but currently have been granted bail. And that's it for this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go, go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Insurance,
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brush, 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 Pepsodent, Pepsodent. Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush and clean it right. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
For many years, we've been solving Ghana's water storage problems with quality tanks. Syntex tank. You know, it is strong, it's tough, and reliable. And now, we are in to solve the #1 problem when it comes to water carriage: our pipes. With the state-of-the-art machinery, Syntex is providing very strong, tough, reliable, high quality, and durable pipes at a reasonable price. This is Syntex Pipes. With Syntex Pipes, water flows wow. I mean, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. If they carry water, no wahala. With Syntex Pipe, our water problems are solved. Syntex, are you strong? Are you tough?
Hello, I am Teacher Jane. Are you Eric's mom?
Yes.
Well, today in class, he kept challenging me about a certain point for more than 5 minutes.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry, Mommy. I love his confidence. Our world needs more people who can speak up. So well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future.
This advert is FDA approved.
Ama, big news! Star Oil is now the largest oil marketing company in Ghana.
Wow, that's huge!
Yes, so the largest distributor of petroleum products in Ghana. Ever since I switched to Star Oil, my car runs smoother. The fuel lasts longer, no strange engine sound, just clean, powerful performance.
Oh, same here. I used to refill every 3 days until I switched to Star Oil. Now, my fuel lasts way longer. I don't know what magic is inside, but my car loves it.
Exactly. It's not magical. From Accra to Kumasi to Tamale, Star Oil day everywhere with 240 filling stations and counting. That's why more Ghanaians are choosing Star Oil.
Hey, my tank is almost empty. I am heading to Star Oil right now before the queue starts.
I'm right behind you, Amma.
We set out with a mission to serve better and lead boldly. We're proud to say we are Ghana's #1 oil marketing company. To our loyal Star Savers across the country, thank you for believing in us. Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all.
This December, chop life with no fear of January. You know why? The SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo is here. Use your SG Ghana Visa card. Shop, chill, party, enjoy, and stand the chance of winning your share of 120,000 Ghana cedis. Here's how. Between now and the 31st of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions totaling not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis, and your share of the 120,000 Ghana cedis could be a reality in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. So go on, use your SG Ghana Visa card and spend with confidence this Christmas, because January fit reward you big time. Haha! Chale, cheers! SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For more inquiries, call 0302-214-314. T's and C's apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Société Générale Ghana. The future is you.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report brought to us by Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Darryl.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great. You?
Oh, as you can see, God is still taking care of his children.
Tomorrow will be 15th, right? Or when will it be?
14th.
14th, okay.
Why you're waiting?
Gradually heading towards the middle of the month. I know lots of people are complaining it's going to be a long month, but just
it is a long month. Very long
Just
one.
to console everybody, we are headed to the middle of the month. Yeah.
Once we get to the middle of the month, then there's the curve.
The curve.
And we're getting to the end of the month.
Exactly.
So that so you can get some good money. Good cash. They'll pay you at the end of the month.
Yeah.
For government workers, they'll be paid somewhere even before the 20th. Because they know that January is a very long month. For the private sector, I'm sure it's the last week of the month. So, Shally, let's see how it goes.
We'll survive. We always have.
Well, we have to. We can't do anything else but survive.
Yeah. And this morning, how are you surviving on the roads? I guess that's a question, right?
That's a question we're asking. And, yesterday, a caller said this while we're having that conversation about the roads.
Apart from say traffic barrier no, o car na see in say edi kukuru 3 months dia mechanic like I say o shocks no almost be the mountain top ati shocks yi kukuru any boss what di to the onim ye can say aban no we who say obi a complaining e kwanya o mountain offense in the feed ye eduma oba be ya no so you obi a kwan ma no na ya tete why depression no good crowd to me kum ye depressed crowd ye baby na obedu eduma na wo yemu na asese wa bre yesra why ate no ma ye ndi si aban yesra no.
Thank you.
I find it interesting she links bad roads to depression. We never think about that, right? How your day can just be frustrated because the journey to work or to wherever you're going was not smooth.
Look, Daryl, and it's actually the challenge. Because of the poor nature of the road, sometimes you spend longer hours getting to wherever you're going. Around Adjiringano side there, there's been this flyover, and beneath it, the road is poor. And that particular stretch causes huge traffic. Okay. And so sometimes, just listen to this person who lives and works in Winneba.
I live in Potton and work in Winneba. I usually take 15 to 20 minutes to get to my place of work. But due to the construction of the road, I spend more time on it. And also, sometimes I have to take an extra attire to work because before I get to work, I'm dirty.
So Potton to Winneba is not, you just need between 10 to 15 minutes you should be in Winneba. But the road is bad. And so here you have this lady not having to just, spend lots of more minutes before getting to work. She needs an additional.
She has to carry extra clothing.
Because then once you get to work, you need to change. Just think about the frustration you have to go through.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to work. But that's just because we're constructing the road.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing in itself. But sometimes, watering the road, making sure that it's motorable, making sure that it reduces the dust. These are things people ask for.
It's taking long. Some of the projects are taking too long to complete.
Exactly. I mean, the motorway, we are told by end of first quarter next year, the express lanes will be done. Then they will now move on to the motorway itself. Yeah. So the 3 express lanes on both sides will be finished. Then they'll move on to the motorway. Hopefully. All other things being equal. So we are waiting patiently. So this morning we are continuing with the conversation. We'll go around the country. You heard from the central region. We'll go around the country. We'll go to the upper east, upper west, northern regions. We'll find out. A lot of you called yesterday to talk about the Bole Bamboy, the Wa Road, Wa Tumu Road. Good. So we are on those roads. We'll be telling you the state of those roads right here on the Super Morning Show. Who gets the trumpets, Darryl?
Well, this morning, the best news portal, NigeriaOnline.com, is reporting that UBA Ghana has named Bernard JB as managing director. This morning, we just want to salute him from the multimedia group, just to say good morning to him, wherever he is.
Okay, so to you, the new managing director of UBA Ghana, Bernard JB, we say...
We are going to salute you in a bit, but we have to acknowledge ECG.
Yes, and the trumpet on the Super Morning Show brought to us by ECG. Stealing electricity is not patriotic, so call 0302-611-611 to report illegal connections for 6% of the recovered amount.
All right, so to Bernard JB, a new MD of UBA Ghana, we say trumpets. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, reveals measures are in place to reduce losses linked to the gold purchase program. Also coming up, government set to issue 10 billion cedi domestic bonds later this year to finance infrastructure projects. Plus, Ghana Revenue Authority goes after 10 oil companies for failure to pay rental charges due the state. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KT Radio. The Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, has revealed that measures have been introduced to help reduce the associated losses of the gold purchase program. The governor disclosed this when he appeared before Parliament's Public Accounts Committee. Here's more in this report.
The assurance from the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, is coming after data from the central bank showed that the program since 2022 has been posting some significant losses. The data puts cumulative losses at over 6 billion Ghana cedis ending 2024. The Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, noted that these measures should improve the situation in the coming months.
We want everyone to get on board, reform this better, and to sharpen its efficiency so that it supports, economic stabilization.
The Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, also told the committee that recent reforms introduced has gone a long way to insulate the Bank of Ghana from some of the challenges that hit its operations in recent times.
The huge liquidity injection that took place those days would not happen easily anymore. If I have to sanction any of those activities, I would first have to approach Parliament. We have strengthened the oversight function of Parliament going forward, and that strengthens the framework.
Meanwhile, some $10 billion was released into the economy last year as part of the central bank's market support and intermediation program. But the Governor of the Bank of Ghana was quick to add that this should not be seen as defending the local currency for last year.
I think we have to correct the impression that we pumped 10 billion into the market. No. The word we use now is intermediation. The 10 billion is mentioning consists of several things. Payments to IPPs, bondholders who wanted to take out their monies. All the monies we paid to them is part of it.
Meanwhile, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana has also revealed that apart from its monetary policy tools to help reduce the cost of credit and interest rates, it is also using moral suasion to improve lending to some critical sectors of the economy.
In other news, government is working to issue a 10 billion cedi domestic bond to help finance infrastructure projects. According to Bloomberg News, this will be the first domestic bond targeted at funding roads and interchanges. The sale is expected to be split in two tranches of 5 billion cedis each and will be issued in the first and second half of this year. The projects are expected to be self-financed largely through electronic road tolls. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has revealed that it is going after 10 oil exploration firms for refusing to pay rental charges to the state. The Commissioner General of the authority, Anthony Sapon, disclosed this when he appeared before the Public Accounts Committee.
Chairman, we've also strengthened the early collection of this amount. So, for instance, in respect of 2025, all the major operating entities have paid their surface rentals. The list that we have on pages 14 and 15, we have imposed the penalties as we report to you today. We have written to the entities and we have imposed the penalties.
Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Sapon. Vehicle registration has reached 6,318 so far this year. That's according to a social media post by the Chief Executive of the Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority, Julius Nikwe Kote. Here's more.
The Chief Executive of the authority described the situation as historically low. But he thinks that this is due to the desire by most motorists to rather go for the new design number plate. He, however, stated that the authority is committed to meeting the needs and demands of motorists. The Driver Vehicle and Licensing Authority has been forced to freeze the rollout of its new number plate for this year. The authority argues that this is due to delays in securing Parliament approvals for this rollout to happen. However, Others think that it is due to the recent court application by some of the local plates and bosses to halt the process. Recent data from the Bank of Ghana showed that vehicle registration ending September last year reached more than 136,000.
And total assets of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust (NET) have increased by a significant margin over the past year to reach 25 billion cedis. Director General Kwesi Afrɛ-Baini disclosed this at a ceremony to announce its 2026 indexation rate.
Now, in terms of investments that we are doing, we have multiple investments. Of the 33 companies listed on the stock exchange, we have investments in 22. We have investments in energy, we have investments in hospitality. Where we sit today is part of our investment, and this investment has been paying dividends to us consistently over the years. The total assets under management in 2024, end year 2024, was a little about 20 billion. The total assets under management today is 25 billion. So we would keep investing, we will keep growing the fund, we will keep building a sustainable fund that ensures that the future of the Ghanaian worker is well protected.
Director General of SNID, Kwesi Afrɛ-Baini. Ghana's cocoa sector is weathering a sharp downturn in global prices to still post some strong earnings for the country. Winston Taki has more.
Ghana's cocoa sector is showing resilience despite a sharp fall in global cocoa prices. International prices dropped by more than 8% in early January, pushing futures in New York and London to multi-week lows on the back of stronger supply expectations and weaker global demand. For Ghana, the world's second largest cocoa producer, the price volatility comes at a time when the sector's financial position has improved significantly. The Ghana Cocoa Board has reduced its debt by more than 11 billion cedis, strengthening its ability to support the farmers and maintain steady operations. Export earnings from Cocoa Board rose sharply in 2025, driven by higher producer prices, improved yields, and increased local processing. Farmer prices were raised by over 60% for the current season, helping to protect income amid global uncertainty. While demand has softened in parts of Asia and Europe, stronger production outlooks and better weather conditions across West Africa are supporting supply. Analysts say Cocoa Board's improved finances, timely payment to farmers, and investment in input are helping Ghana absorb external shocks.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Acting Registrar of Companies, Mame Samape, says her office will ensure strict compliance with provisions of the Register of Companies. According to her, the Registrar General's Department will embark on routine inspections by visiting businesses across the country to verify their legal status and also ensure they are operating within the law. She spoke on Business Live on the Joy News channel.
At the Office of the Registrar of Companies, we were able to meet our set targets for this year. I think what really helped us this year was the intensified sensitization that we conducted last year, and we intend to pursue that as well. We intend to intensify our compliance regime as well. I think we'll be going down to do more investigations. We'll be visiting companies in person and ensuring that they are in compliance with the tenets of the Companies Act.
Chief Executive of the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana, Anthony Morrison, has announced that the Chamber will be exploring more partnerships to help members. Mr. Morrison emphasized the need for a robust system to transform Ghana's agric sector into an industrial powerhouse. He spoke to Joy Business.
Now we are bringing on board to train between 50 to 100 and also 50 large-scale commercial agro-enterprises. The best performing ones in each category, amounting to 20, will be taken to Italy for an upgrade and funding support services.
Great initiative.
These are just some of the initiatives we are looking at, but from the Chamber's own initiatives that we have put in place, we are currently profiling 100 agribusiness most investment destinations within the country, and we make sure that we make it available to Ministry of Foreign Affairs so that they'll be able to share this in their various road embassies for us to be able to drive investment.
Well, let's start the year free from digital fraud, shall we? Mobile money operators once again caution the public to stay alert and avoid falling for scams that could lead to losses from their mobile wallets. Details in our Investor Eye episode for today.
Please
adhere to the 3 golden rules that we keep on telling you. 1, do not disclose your PIN. It's your secret. Even to your wife or to your husband, do not disclose your PIN. Because once you disclose your PIN, then you compromise your wallet. Never allow anybody to do transactions on your behalf. Because once you allow somebody to do transactions on your behalf, then you are disclosing your PIN.
That was Abdul Majid Rufai, Senior Manager FinTech at Mobile Money Limited. And that's the Joy Business Report. Before we go, look at the markets. Crude oil open trading at $64 a barrel this morning after increasing from yesterday's trading. Gold went up marginally to open trading at $4,599 an ounce. Cocoa trading this morning at $5,443 a ton, to gain about $98. Also on the currency market, the dollar going for 10 cedis 95 pesos. That's what major commercial banks are offering their clients. Winston is shaking his head. British pound going for 14 cedis 72 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis 70 pesos. At the Forex bureaus selling the dollar at 12 cedis 20 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darrell Kwao. Thanks for listening. Back to Winston and the team.
Thank you very much, Darrell. The Forex bureaus have been selling the dollar
around
at 12
that same
cedis, 20 pesos for some time now.
For a while now.
Yeah. So as for them, whether there's appreciation at the interbank, they don't care.
They don't care.
They still maintain the 12 cedis 20 pesos. Anyway, we have to do more. 10 cedis 95. No, just last week it was 1080. Anyway,
I like the way you keep track of this.
Yeah, I do. It's very, very important and crucial in Samuel Adam's voice. Our inspirational song for today is Masida by Kofi Owusu-Pepra and Diana Hamilton. Let's enjoy.
Udima punyamia, udima semina mame. Atakula chikwa bohua, wukume kunyina mame. O dance nyamia, among the gods you stand alone. Udini abandindi, active for Johnny Betua. Udini dasi amre, o maya dawasi ayemre why? Yadia ubrasi putu wenim. Yariti ya sedaka, eje yeyiwayo, yebeti ya sedaka.
Isi na minkamfuwe, wato ye beprebetia. Udima funyamea, udima semina mami. Atakuwa chikuwa bohua, ukome kunyina mami. Odansu nyamea, udansu wenyaminimu. Udini abandindi, I want to forge on the betua. Udini dasi amre, ejaya dawasi ayambere. Eh, womba mutu weni, yerichi ya sidako. Eh, wasideni, eti ama sidaka.
Mina wasienza, mina kumone, wasideno. Mina wasienza, esiani kekemia.
And that's our inspirational song for this morning, Masida by Kofi Owusu-Pepra and Diana Hamilton, here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, which means we can now bring you a Drive Safe campaign.
And the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, solid protection. Always avoid distractions, keep your eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. Yesterday I gave a tip about driving in areas with a lot of mist and fog, right? I'm continuing tips in that regard, and one of the things that will help you a lot in those areas, and also in places with a lot of mist and fog and dusty roads, is to have water in your wiper container, right? A lot of people don't check that. A lot of people wake up, they just start their vehicles, they move, but check if the washer, the container, has water. Okay, it really helps. For example, this morning on the Amrahia Adenta Road, very dusty because it's a construction site, and my visibility was low. I just pressed water is sprinkled on the windscreen, your wipers clean, you get visibility. So always do that. In misty conditions, you would always want to wipe, and because the mist is not enough water on the windscreen, sometimes when you wipe, it mixes with the dust on your windscreen and it affects your visibility further.
Yeah.
So always ensure there is water in your washer container so that it helps you improve your visibility and keep you safe on the road.
Great, which means we can now learn how to say it right, and it's brought to us by Kingdom Books at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done. You say either, I say either.
Today's word is WANDER. WANDER.
Okay.
You want to try pronouncing it? You want to try?
You switched off my mic and you're asking me whether
your mic is on now. What that means is to walk around slowly in a relaxed way or without any clear purpose of direction.
So if we add LUST to it, it becomes
Wanderlust.
Yes.
So it's wonder.
Okay.
Wonder.
Not wonder.
No.
But if it's WAND, it's what?
So WONDER.
No, I say
is wonder.
WAND. Magic wand.
Magic wand, yes.
The fact that it's a magic wand doesn't mean if you add ER to it, you can say wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So that is how you say it right. Because I've heard a lot of people, trying to pronounce this, and they go like, wonder.
Okay.
Wonder is spelled WON. WONDER.
Okay.
And that's how you pronounce it. Now that's rapt attention or astonishment at something or somebody mysterious or new to one's experience. A feeling of doubt or uncertainty.
Okay.
That's to wonder. But to wander is to walk about sometimes without purpose.
Bro, the one with Eno is wonder.
Yes.
And the one with Ono
is wonder. And that's how
Teacher Kofi
you say it right. Okay, so now you know how to say it right, which means we can get into the newspaper review, and that is brought to us by... Okay, let's get into the newspapers now. That's brought to us by Sinter Stank, Air Strang, Air Tough. Okay, let's go then.
Okay. I'll start with the Daily Graphic this morning. The gold board is still in the news. Gold board delivers gains despite the costs. There's a photo of Sami Jemfi on the front page. Man kills girlfriend for denying him sex. This is a very sad story on page 6 of the Daily Guide. And detained Boko rival chief. Court orders AG to file report. There's a photo of Alhaji Saidu Abagre on the front page of the Daily Guide as well. And the Wontumi illegal mining trial has begun. Yesterday, Justice Remside, the Deputy Attorney General, was in court for the government or the states. And be grateful to God, Reverend Wengam to Ghanaians.
Well, the insight for today says, please, anti-land guard. The insight for today says, please, anti-land guard unit naps 6 notorious land guards at Trasacco. Gold board evaluating the macroeconomic effects on Ghana's economy 1 year on. Now, that's an article, a publication by Professor Ebo Texton, Professor Jeke Dakon, and one other person. I will share the details with you later. The U.S. Hawk Soups on Maduro, eyes oil as ransom. It's also on the front page with a photograph, Free Maduro Now. Errata Group CEO supports widows, disabled and elderly in Kumewu, and family rejects alleged political sponsorship in Nungwa land dispute.
If we go to the National Enquirer, government settles 1.47 billion energy debt, restores World Bank guarantee. This story came out yesterday, and in the course of the day, I saw different opinions on this. Even former ministers were posting about this, saying that this is nothing new, because under the previous government, they also did same. And then people who served in the previous government, some people then said that showed that they didn't take proper PR seriously. Because if they did these things consistently, they should have also communicated it forcefully, like Atufosin is communicating it. It was an interesting debate on social media.
No, it was. But you see, because around this time, a lot of things are working for the government. So whatever the government puts out there is received well by the citizenry. And so yesterday, a lot of people, took to social media, first of all, indicating that, what is it with this government that they seem to be doing everything right? And then you got the previous administration coming into it. You also paid. And some people were also on social media saying, why didn't the previous government tell us all the things that they did? So here we are today. A lot of the domestic gold purchase program that has been, yes, there are losses, but transactional, cost trading losses here and there. The governor has been talking about how Parliament must come in. All of us must get to the table to decide how to go about it. But it's good that we're having conversations about these.
But somebody sent a message, and he wants to know: does it mean that all the legacy debts we know have finally been cleared?
No.
So the third legacy debts, the energy sector legacy related debts, the busts related legacy debts, all those, because it says government settles 1.47 billion energy debts, right? This is power generation related stuff. But I want to know, in our energy petroleum sector,
Joy Research yesterday, after the research, realized that we still owe some $700 million. So we've not settled all of it.
In which categories?
We owe the IPPs still. We still owe them. We've not paid everything.
It will be interesting for the Ministry of Energy to give us a breakdown of all legacy debt issues, the ESLA related ones, everything, and tell us, this institution owed this, we've cleared, this institution owed that. This is the way forward to ensure that we don't accumulate any further debts and create any other avenue for any legacy debt again. It will be very interesting. So, Mr. John Jinapo, Honorable MP for, is it Yape Kuso?
Yape Kuso.
Yes, please. If you can, if your ministry can do that, that would be really, really helpful. Now,
or Richmond Roxton, who is the communication specialist.
Yes. Richmond, if you can do that as well, we'll be very, very happy. I drove through Aomasu anyway over the weekend to see the
Ameri plant.
Yeah, is it Ameri or AXA?
Ameri.
Okay. I saw the plant. It looks good, and I believe it's going to change Aomasu, because now a lot of people in the energy space are going to buy land and build and do all sorts of side businesses in that space. It's good for the Kumasi economy. Now, more stories. KGL welcomes contract review, reaffirms commitment to value delivery for NLA and GRA. And Elvis Free Ankara says that faith leaders should serve the nation through prayer and action. The Lands Ministry is to crack the whip. They are moving to revoke licenses of 50 large-scale mining firms. And DVLA Defense Vehicle Registration Reform dismisses claims of contract irregularities. Now, SNITS has also raised their minimum monthly pension to 400 Ghana cedis. That's the story on the front page of the newspaper. So those are
really. What will 400 Ghana cedis do to the man on retirement? 400 Ghana cedis. Abba.
You earn what you contributed.
Yeah, but that's why we should pay people well in this country.
Exactly.
We should pay people well. I mean, part of the things SNIT should be telling government is that government, we need to pay people well, because a lot of the people are not well paid. So when they go on retirement, and they suffer.
Are there people who work in the government system who earn so low that they have to earn 400 cedis when they go on pension in the government system?
Some of them can. You know why? Because a lot of the people actually are on whenever they're fighting for salary increases, they're fighting for allowances, not their basic
not the
salary.
base pay.
And so need to use your basic salary, your basic pay, to calculate your retirement benefit. So what you must do is that when you go the next time, make sure that. So there was I was told the last time, there was a medical doctor who complained when he went on retirement that no, I was earning this. When they checked, he said, but your basic pay was this amount. Yes, you were earning a lot, but a lot of them were allowances, which didn't your employer didn't pay your contributions based on. So you see, that's why we must all be interested in our basic salary, the base pay. When you go, check. Allowances are good, base pay better.
Can the controller and accountant general tell us who the least paid person on the government payroll is? To be interesting to know.
It will be
like other people in government who earn less than 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Base pay.
Who work for the states.
Yeah.
Who earn less than 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
There are people who work for the states who earn less than 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes. Base pay.
Okay.
After allowances, it goes to about 2,000, 3,000. Yeah, but the base pay is very low.
And are there people whose, let me use the general expression we get, take home is less than 1,000 Ghana cedis in the government system?
I don't know about that. We need to check.
It would be good to know these things.
I mean, if you look at the single spine, the base rate, I think it's about 7,200, which means that a base pay is 600 cedis a month.
So the cleaners, the drivers, there was a time some drivers who work for MPs and ministers were complaining that their salaries were not up to 1,000 Ghana cedis a month.
Well, let's get to the Chronicle. In that case, you expect the MPs and ministers to top up. The Chronicle for this morning, John chapter 10 verse 10, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. The big one here says the government lost 7 billion Ghana cedis from 2020 to 2024 through gold for reserves and domestic gold purchase programs, BOG. Ghana's economic stability could be short-lived without tough reforms. And QNet again, please rescue 47 victims. Back page, Ghana Premier League match day 18 delivers dominant home performance and crucial away victories. And so, Mediama won by 3-0. And Hoho United lost to Hearts of Folk. Let me check. 11 Wonders beat Holy Stars.
You're looking for Kotoko. Just look for it and just tell us.
That's what I'm.
Has lost.
Kotoko drew.
0-0
with Brekum Chelsea. But Kotoko has 31 points, so is Accra Hearts of Folk, but they have a better goal difference. Okay. Asante Kotoko. Fantabulous Asante Kotoko. Let's get online. The online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Yes, and if you go online, my jaw online, FBI involvement raises stakes in Kanoforiata detention. This is Ghana's ambassador to the U.S., Ambassador Smith. Oforiata could stay in the U.S. despite the ICE arrest. An immigration lawyer is explaining there.
Let's just listen to what Victor Smith said on PM Express yesterday.
The ICE did the arrest, but a few hours ago, I was also informed the FBI were involved. And of course, that sort of corroborated with what the Attorney General told me, that the FBI had informed him that they had picked him up. I suspect it's a combination of these two factors. ICE normally would pick you for immigration issues. Okay. But then, of course, when the FBI comes in, then there must be some criminality or Interpol police request. So the red alert comes in there. So the combination of the two of them, convinces me that Ghana government had requested for this man to be brought in to help us, if you like, unravel some issues that have been brought against him as a former minister.
Now that's Ghana's ambassador to the United States of America, Victor Smith, there, telling us the involvement of FBI in the arrest of Ken Nanaya Kuntunkununku Oforiata.
And he also said that ICE confirmed that Oforiata was medically fit for detention. Now, more stories. This story is one we should be concerned with. Infection spread feared in the Teshi areas, because the water crisis is triggering healthcare emergencies in Teshi. And I have a question. Ghana Water, what are you doing to help? We know you had to undertake some maintenance and all those things, but what other strategies are you putting in place to help the people who live in Teshi? And whilst Teshi is undergoing water rationing, well, it's not just Teshi, it's Greater Accra. Whilst we are undergoing the water rationing, I hope that the commercial buyers who buy water to bottle for us, you are not giving them water consistently. If you are giving those people water against giving us water in our households, then I think you are just being unfair and possibly undertaking some criminal activity, because your first role is to us.
Exactly.
The social service, not the commercial service.
Let's hear more on the Teshi water challenges.
A deepening water crisis is taking a heavy toll on residents of Teshi, particularly in the Kam2 area. At the local clinic, nurses say the absence of running water has transformed routine healthcare into a daily struggle, with deteriorating sanitation contributing to the spread of infections within the facility.
So I say spread of infection is really becoming high here, because we have to use water to wash the bedsheet before we can use it for another patient.
Okay, somebody would have to use the washroom, and since there's no water to flush immediately, the next person will also have to do that until there's a pile up, and then we are able to flush.
The impact of the water shortage extends beyond the clinic. Food vendors in the community say the lack of water has forced many of them to halt operations, cutting off their primary source of income.
I haven't been able to cook and sell for about 5 months now. I have to travel to Osu and Labadi just to buy water before I can work. The situation is really serious, and the authorities need to do something about it. We are bleeding because we have to buy sachet water for domestic use. I've stopped cooking because I don't get water. I can't use unhygienic water to cook and sell. So for now, I've stopped working.
With healthcare delivery, livelihoods, and daily life under strain, residents are calling for urgent intervention, warning that failure to act could escalate the crisis into a full-scale public health emergency for the entire Teshi community.
Well, that's Kenneth JC's report, and the end actually is where the problem is.
Yeah.
Water is crucial. And as the story says, infection spread feared. Teshi water crisis triggers healthcare emergency. Now, the CHIPS compound there, the nurses even have to go and fetch water for use. And the expectation would be that certain facilities would be giving water.
Yeah.
Okay? So that they could use. Now, this is it for me. Water is a necessity. And so the Ghana Water Company should be able to supply us with water.
Yeah.
Without necessarily thinking about profit making. Of course, the losses too must not end up in someone's pocket.
Yeah.
But we should have water. So people complain for 5 months. My goodness. You'd have to move from Teshi to Labadi and Osu just to get water.
You know, Kofi, sometimes I talk about the whole of government approach, right? And forgive me if I like doing that too much, but I don't see why sometimes we have an opportunity to do better and we still want to stay in our mediocre ways. You are producing water at Pong. For some reason, you can't pump water to all homes. Okay? The main means of transporting the water is through the pipelines. If you cannot pump the water, let's find water tankers and use them to bring water to people. You may say that Ghana Water does not have enough tankers, but we know that based on the historical systemic edidija in the system, there are enough water tankers in the system. If you don't have enough, you can even go to drip and say your water tankers. So Ghana Water can work with the national security apparatus, the human security bit, which must be concerned with this. Organize water tankers from around the country, use the whole of government approach, go and fetch the water from wherever you are producing it, bring it to the neighborhoods and distribute water at a cost that people can afford. This shouldn't be rocket science. It shouldn't be that because Ghana Water at the moment for some reason cannot pump water to all of us through their regular systems, they cannot find smart, effective, a common sense approach to ensure that people get water. We should not be talking about these things like every year. Like every year we are talking about these things. And it's not like we don't have raw water. The water is flowing.
Yeah.
A lot of water is going into the sea. We can process the water at Pong. If we cannot pump the water to get to the cities, Pong to Accra, 2 hours. Get water tankers to do the job.
But and talking about water tankers, the real estate developers do something very unique. They actually resort to borehole to pump water to homes.
Yeah.
And they sell it, people buy.
And you give them reverse osmosis technology and you pump to homes.
Yes, it's as simple as that. So why can't we do that in these communities? Why must we always wait for, we have to start complaining, we have to lay pipes. Come on, you can get into the community and solve these problems. When I was in Ho in the early 90s, there were boreholes around. We didn't have access to water. It was not until 1993, was it in July or so, that Jerry John Rawlings then came into commission the whole water project. But until before then, we're using the borehole. You go and fetch the borehole, and then you go.
The argument against boreholes in coastal Accra is that the water is very hard. So if you fix boreholes, you must fix a lot of RO systems for these boreholes. So maybe you don't want to do that. One is 2 hours away. We bought thousands of machines, which includes hundreds of water containers, water trucks. Let's be smart. Let's use what we have to solve our national problems.
Exactly. And so let's hear from you, okay? I mean, if you are within the Teshi enclave, why don't you get onto X, use the hashtag JoySMS, or get onto WhatsApp 055-111-997 and share your water challenges with us. So we'll be getting some response from the Ghana Water Company shortly here on the Super Morning Show. But now time for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, Glyco, we cushion you for life, and Petra, trust Petra, achieve more.
All right, welcome to the AM show. Time for us to go into what the papers are reporting, of course, to do with the matters arising, but we'll start with what the papers are telling us this morning. And you know what? She needs no other.
On hospitals or even military defense.
Well, so we'll bring you the BBC News shortly here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But as I indicated, get onto WhatsApp, use or X, on X, use the hashtag JoySMS. Share your experience with us. Let's go for the BBC News now.
Come to Newsday on the BBC World Service with Ansoi in Nairobi and Rob Young in London.
Donald Trump says the US is imposing trade tariffs on goods from nations that do business with Iran. He said he's also considering various options, including military ones, to punish Iran over its crackdown on protesters.
We hear testimonies of what is happening inside Iran.
My friend went there to look for his brother, and he forgot his own sorrow. They piled up bodies from every neighborhood, like Sadatabad, Naziabad, Sattar Khan. So you go to your address pile and search there. You don't know a fraction of the level of violence that's been used.
And we'll go to Israel to get reactions from there.
And we'll hear the result of a BBC investigation into a network that recruits foreign fighters to join Russia on the front lines of the war in Ukraine. That's all after a bulletin of the latest news.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. President Trump has said that any country doing business with Iran will face a 25% tariff on trade with the United States. The announcement on social media is his first clear move in response to Iran's deadly suppression of protests. Later on Tuesday, Mr. Trump is expected to meet his top advisors to explore other options. Hugo Bishega reports.
President Trump has threatened to strike Iran very hard if protesters are attacked and killed. Today, he's expected to consider options that include military strikes and cyber attacks, widening sanctions, and providing satellite terminals to help protesters communicate. And diplomacy is also on the list, as President Trump says Iran has offered to resume talks about its nuclear program. Iran has warned the US not to intervene. The regime has used brutal force against the protesters, and it now faces the threat of American action.
Two Democrat-controlled U.S. states, Minnesota and Illinois, are suing the Trump administration over the mass deployment of immigration agents. They've called the policy unconstitutional. The legal action follows the killing of a woman last week in Minneapolis by an agent, which led to nationwide protests. Keith Ellison is the Attorney General of Minnesota.
We allege that DHS's use of excessive and lethal force, their warrantless, racist arrests, their targeting of our courts, our churches, houses of worship, and schools are a violation of the Administrative Procedures Act on arbitrary and capricious federal actions. And we ask that the courts will end the surge of thousands of DHS agents into Minnesota.
Russia has carried out another big drone and missile attack against cities across Ukraine. Ukrainian officials said 4 people were killed in Kharkiv in the east. There were also explosions in the capital, Kiev. The French far-right leader Marine Le Pen will be in court on Tuesday for the start of an appeal that will determine whether she can run in next year's presidential election. She's challenging her conviction for misusing European parliamentary funds. Hugh Schofield is in Paris.
At the end of the original trial last year, Marine Le Pen was given a tough sentence that the judges felt reflected the seriousness of the crime. 2 years in jail and a 5-year ineligibility from public office. Now, at the appeal comes a last chance to overturn that sentence before the presidential election of next year. If she succeeds, and the result of the appeal won't be known till the summer, then she'll be free to run once again to lead the country. It'll be her 4th attempt, but this time she'd have a real chance of winning. But if she fails at the appeal, then she'll have no choice but to let her young lieutenant, Jordan Bardella, be the party's candidate for head of state.
Hugh Schofield reporting. This is the World News from the BBC. The president of South Korea is visiting Japan for a summit aimed at highlighting the stability of the relationship between the two countries and the United States. After meeting the Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi in the city of Nara, President Lee Jae-myung said cooperation between the two countries was more important than ever. The BBC will aim to have President Trump's $5 billion defamation lawsuit thrown out. He sued the corporation over the way a television documentary edited the speech he gave on January the 6th, 2021. Court documents show the BBC will claim that Florida lacks personal jurisdiction over it and the court venue is improper. One of Australia's largest literary events has been cancelled after almost 200 authors pulled out in protest at the decision to withdraw the invitation of a prominent Australian Palestinian writer. Adelaide Writers' Week organisers said there were sensitivities around Randa Abdel Fattah, a vocal critic of Israel, appearing at the event so soon after the deadly attack on a Jewish festival at Bondi Beach. The decision had been supported by South Australia's Premier and the state's Jewish Community Council. Simon Atkinson reports.
Cancelling Adelaide Writers' Week, organisers apologised directly to Randa Abdel Fattah. They said the decision to remove her from the event was not about identity or dissent, but out of respect for the Jewish community following Australia's worst terror attack. But they conceded it had only caused more division. Dr. Abdel Fattah had called her removal a blatant and shameless act of anti-Palestinian racism and censorship, and the backlash was swift. At least 180 writers pulled out, including former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, British author Zadie Smith, and the British-Australian novelist Cathy Lett, who said book festivals needed to be havens of free speech.
World News from the BBC.
Hey, Andua. Challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. Hey. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey your side, Fidelity.
Glyco Life Micro Insurance customers, hey! Glyco Life damwase, more piafo, ya sumo e konfinche duanai, bonsumuni ya nantiye, ye damwase, ne ya simuse, ye de Glyco Life app abba, ewo mobile phone swa, ama yankita hudie, ayemre. Glyco Life Micro Insurance goes digital. Say die, uye Glyco Life ejuan koswo, ana Glyco Life enidaswa customer, hia se obenya adansidie krata, chese wetua bibi ama Glyco. Die hia ni se, ube downloadu Glyco Life app no, ana ye agenta, ya tituom abefo kwan so, ebe buawo, mwetumi a downloadu ewo phone so. 24 hours, ebre, any baby a wobia. Ubetumi etua wuntie ni ama Glyco. Anampo, ubetumi ajusika efri Glyco nchen abefo kwan so. Sanhihye edi asomdwe ebebre Glyco Life edwedifo. Baby a wo any ebrebia. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
Joy 99.7 FM.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show bleh bleh, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
For years, you've made Sultana more than just a brand. It has become a part of your home. From your kitchens to your celebrations, now it's time to give back to you. Sultana's Buy and Win promo is here. You can win cars, motorbikes, trucks, Sultana products, and many more. All you have to do is to buy a bag of Sultana rice, scratch your coupon, and you could win really big. Sultana rice, your household favorite. Win the big one.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. This advert is FDA approved.
Apple. I hear say you be football encyclopedia. Name 2 countries that dominated football back to back.
Italy and Brazil, legend.
You deserve to see the ultimate football experience live and color.
Enterprise Insurance Insurna Chile promo is now bigger. Just buy or renew your motor insurance for a chance to enjoy the ultimate football experience live. Feely. Hurry now.
Enterprise Insurance, I'm on my way.
Buy or renew your motor insurance and stand a chance to enjoy an all-expense-paid ultimate football experience. Plus, you get free fuel coupons, shopping vouchers, airtime, and data bundles. Promo runs from January to May 2026. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, trusted for 102 years since 1924. Enterprise, your advantage.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV, 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama, and how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now, Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now, Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
The ICE did the arrest, but a few hours ago, I was also informed the FBI were involved. And of course, that sort of corroborated with what the Attorney General told me, that the FBI had informed him that they had picked him up. I suspect it's a combination of these two factors. ICE normally would pick you for immigration issues. Okay. But then, of course, when the FBI comes in, then there must be some criminality or Interpol police request. So the red alert comes in there. So the combination of the two of them, convinces me that Ghana government had requested for this man to be brought in to help us, if you like, unravel some issues that have been brought against him as a former minister. The extent of my involvement at this stage was when he had been picked up. I discussed it with the consular officers of my embassy, and we decided to make a request to make sure that he was being treated properly as the protocols, international protocols. And so we requested, and they agreed in principle to allow us to come and visit. But just before we set out, the ICE people came again and said the detainee had refused to meet with us without his lawyers. That was the initial response from the detention center. And they were going to go back to him and probably request that his lawyers appear so we can come and verify for ourselves that he's being treated fairly. But we waited for a while. After about a few hours, they came back to us to say the detainee, being the ex-minister, had refused now to see us under any circumstance. So that was the end of the road for me and the embassy.
Joy 99.7 FM. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Keep the frequency clear. 99.7. Keep the frequency clear. 99.7.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Come on, no musa in our tea. Money gas in your swording. Trap a Miami, my 80. Or Bremy Kess, I'm a masoti.
Welcome back to live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And coming up this morning here on the Super Morning Show.
A deepening water crisis is taking a heavy toll on residents of Teshi, particularly in the Kamtu area. At the local clinic, nurses say the absence of running water has transformed routine healthcare into a daily struggle, with deteriorating sanitation contributing to the spread of infections within the facility.
So I say spread of infection is really becoming high here because we have to use water to wash the bedsheet before we can use it for another patient.
Okay, somebody would have to use the washroom, and since there's no water to flush immediately, the next person will also have to do that until there's a pile up, and then we are able to flush.
The impact of the water shortage extends beyond the clinic. Food vendors in the community say the lack of water has forced many of them to halt operations, cutting off their primary source of income.
I
haven't been able to cook and sell for about 5 months now. I have to travel to Osu and Labadi just to buy water before I can work. The situation is really serious and the authorities need to do something about it. We are bleeding because we have to buy sachet water for domestic use. I've stopped cooking because I don't get water. I can't use unhygienic water to cook and sell. So for now, I've stopped working.
With healthcare delivery, livelihoods, and daily life under strain, residents are calling for urgent intervention, warning that failure to act could escalate the crisis into a full-scale public health emergency for the entire Teshi community.
And that's the situation in Teshi. But this morning, many of you have also been sharing with us the situation where you are. Kojo, what are they saying?
Well, we have a lot of messages on this water issue. This one says, according to the water tanker operators, Ghana Water is rather causing the arrest for providing residents with water. My tap has not flowed since October last year. Linda from Barchona. This is Spintex, right? This message says, my lovely brethren, it is not only Osuo, Kaswa is in the same crisis. For over 6 months now, I stand for correction. We have been suffering the same fate. I'm Cynthia from Kaswa, Big Man's Town. Now, Arnold says, Ho and Hoho are going through serious water problems as we speak, and we don't know when we are going to have solutions. Now, this message says, hello, Tim Joy. Good morning. The water challenge is an annual ritual we go through every year. Stanley Marty says there is a problem, so that is so what have they done about it? I don't blame him. He's paid whether we get water or not, so he can afford to annually come and tell us there's a problem. Meanwhile, the tankers have regular source of water to sell to us at high cost. Ghana Water Company Limited should rather help us to get water rather than allow us to be at the mercy of these tankers. The team should sit up. And Edem Kojo says, good morning, Winston. Good. You mentioned the flyover on the Adringano Shell Road. The contract has ripped off parts of the road under the flyover, and this short stretch is causing serious delays on the whole stretch. Please ask the contractor to come and fix it. And the contractor is Oswald.
Okay.
Oswald Investments.
The same one on the Dudua Road.
Yes, they were building that thing. So if you look at the interchange, for example, the overpass, the concrete has their embossment on it. So Oswald, you need to go and fix it. Ministry of Roads and Highways, the minister, Mr. Agboja, please have a conversation and fix it. It's just that point causes almost all the traffic on that Dringano stretch.
Exactly.
And it needs to be fixed. Now, this morning says, good morning and Happy New Year. Kindly wish my... Okay, this is a birthday message. I'll hold it for the birthday period. Yes. Today we'll have time to read the birthday messages.
Sure, we definitely have time to do all your birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show. But also coming up this morning here on the Super Morning Show.
With regard to the Boli Bomboy Road, in fact, the road is not bad. I wouldn't call it a bad road. I would call it a killer road. A journey that is supposed to take you less than 10 hours if you are driving yourself. Trust me, you today, seniors, it will take you 19 solid hours if you are using V8. I use this road at least twice in a month from Accra to Wa.
Okay.
And I'm challenging Joy FM. Joy FM is the best radio station in Ghana. and beyond. Let your media people, your colleagues do a news assessment on that road with V8. It will take you 90 solid hours with V8. And one surprising thing, if you are using VIP, you get there earlier than the V8. Because they know the roads very well. They take 17, 18 hours. But if you are using V8, 19 solid hours, I'm challenging, Joy FM. Let somebody come and tell me that I am lying.
My experience on the Accra to Winneba Road wasn't the best. The road has a lot of potholes due to the construction. They've diverted the roads and all, and there's a lot of dust on the road as well. And if you should pick a sprinter from wherever you're going to, by the time you get to your destination, you'll be covered in dust. So to save yourself from the dust, you'd have to pay an air-conditioned bus, which makes traveling more expensive. So many girls, and too many be your petty action. So many girls all over the world, So this morning we're continuing our conversation on the state of our roads, and you've complained about the Kaswa Winneba Road, you've complained about the Bole Bamboy Road. The fact that it's in a deplorable state, and it's a road that for a very long time always featured in our budgets. Bole Bamboy Road, Bole Bamboy, until it was eventually constructed. This morning we'll go there. We'll go to the Upper West region. We'll check that road. We'll be in the northern region. We'll be around the country, finding out the state of the roads there, as we throw the spotlight on our roads. Because the big push, we're told, will lead to more construction of roads. But we all know that 10 weeks of January can be very tough, right? But not this time, because with the SG Ghana Visa festive cashback promo, SG Ghana is giving you every reason to enjoy the festive season without worrying about the new year. So from now till the end of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions worth 2,000 Ghana cedis or more, and stand the chance of winning your share of the 120,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. Charlie won't pay win up a day. So the more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. Spend with confidence this festive season, and January might just reward you. SG Ghana Visa festive cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For inquiries, call 0302-214-314. Terms and conditions apply, and this promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
And Kingdom Books is still making it convenient for you to get all you need. You just have to go to kingdomstoreonline.com, buy everything you want, and you pay with Momo, and they'll deliver to you within Accra and Tema for free. Wherever you are in the country as well, they'll make arrangements to deliver to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. So go to kingdomstoreonline.com and buy everything you want. It's hassle-free, but remember that terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmark.
Now, while some see challenges, we see opportunities. While others spot risk, we unlock value. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we partner with businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth. So from energy to mining, infrastructure to trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. Our partnership with market leaders in the energy, trade, and mining sectors prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. Call 0302-815-789 to speak to our CIB team, or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth, creating sustainable impact.
And if you are hitting the road, you want total peace of mind, we are giving you that. That is their super promo from Imperial General Assurance. From January 1st to April 30th, when you insure or renew your motor policy, you are not just protecting your car and yourself, you stand a chance to win instant rewards that make every drive feel like a celebration. And here is what is waiting for you: free fuel and EV charging coupons to keep you moving, free vehicle diagnosis at accredited garages, and a 1-year life insurance cover for extra protection. And they're also giving you branded souvenirs, from umbrellas to tissue boxes and more. So talk to Imperial General Assurance today, 0577 667 43628. Speak to your broker or visit any of our agents nationwide. Insure, drive, and win big with Imperial, and you can follow them on social media for all updates. T's and C's apply. Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Well, let's talk water tanks, and I'm sure by now you know the secret to real water storage.
You know, it's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right. The correct tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So, my people, go outside, check your tank. If it doesn't have a tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's stuffed like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-1682 to buy now or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
And there's more coming for you here on the Super Morning Show. But let me tell you about Total Excellium, the new formula. If you are not using Total Excellium, drive to any Total filling station. Go and fill up and share your testimony with me later, okay? It's a 3-in-1 service from Total with Excellium. It gives you 3-in-1 power. It helps to clean your engine. It extends its life and lowers your fuel consumption. And it also has anti-corrosion, anti-wear and detergent additives to keep your engine stronger, and it lasts longer for you. So go to any Total outlets, fill with Total Excellium, the new formula, and drive. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hello, beautiful people of Ghana. Flying on African World Airlines just got better with Omni Basic Bank. Visit any of our branches near you to book and pay for your Africa World Airline tickets. For more information, call us on 0307086000 or 0800-100-790. Have a beautiful day, Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank.
It is indeed not just another bank, and Glyco is sorting you out. If you are traveling, get covered with Glyco travel insurance before you fly. From your medical emergencies and flight delays to lost luggage, Glyco has you covered every step of the way. So visit any Glyco Live branch or call 0555 305 547. Travel smart, travel protected. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Still to come this morning here on the Super Morning Show.
When it's in the dry season, the place becomes too dusty. The people are over there, their buildings and things, they even suffocate because the place becomes dusty to the things that sometimes you can't see anything. And even when you're in the car crapple, by the time you realize your hair and your eyebrow and everything has become like your whole face crowd will become dirty, like dusty. For the rainy season there, it becomes potty and muddy and the whole place becomes a rough.
Our focus is still on our roads here on the Super Morning Show. But before then, there'll be time for sports and birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Minsaka insurance claim no.
It has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
Minsaka no. We are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying reset to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Wunsaka.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcom gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Every family is a team, and every player has a role. Mums and dads, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and even that one cousin who can't tell a foul from offside. But but who always remembers your birthday. Even if you're far away, you can still score for your team. Send them money with Western Union. Cash pickup in minutes. Check it out at westernunion.com.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Welcome back, and time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa. BOA Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat with Fafa at boaghana.com for details. Bank of Africa, strong as a group, as close as a partner. Now let's see whose birthday it is today.
Yes,
on this morning show. Yeah.
This one says happy birthday to my little girl. She's 3 years old today, and her name is Yasmin Sedinam Kumi of Learning Twist Montessori School in Amrahia. So that's the first message, but you didn't add your name.
That's from Larry Kumi.
Okay, so from Larry to Yasmin Sedinam Kumi in Amrahia. And I hope that for her birthday the road construction will be sped up so that little girls like Yasmin can go to school easily in Amrahia. Now this one says happy birthday to my son Elom Godfred Biga of Fountainhead Christian School in Sakumono, from your mom Selom, your brothers Mawina, Eliklim and Senam. We say God bless you and we love you very much. So Elom Godfred Biga, happy birthday to you as well.
This one says happy birthday to Nabia Sante, my baby sister, and Corinne Boateng, my lovely niece. May this new chapter be filled with continuous joy, wealth in good health, peace that passes all understanding. You're blessed. Age with grace and enjoy your day to the fullest, from James Lawson. Jamlaw, to you. And this one says wishing you a full year of relaxation and joy, surrounded by appreciation and respect you've earned, and I'm glad you're my boss. God bless you. Cheers to another year of success. My HOD, Dr. Emma Vasco, that's Ridge Hospital Dental Department. Love you so much. Is from Gifty Gbena and the team.
And a belated one going out to Elizabeth Omodele Olympio of Jamrock. Yesterday was her birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know Jamrock is moving to the University of Ghana.
They have actually.
Yes, they have. They are moving to the University of Ghana near the Great Hall.
Yeah,
that's where we'll go and sit and eat a walk play and watch the skyline of Accra.
You see that thing?
Yes,
yes.
And final one going out to these three gentlemen in agribusiness: Felix Mauli Kamasa, President of Vegetable Exporters and Vice President of FAGE. Dr. Kamasa, happy birthday to you. Joseph Boateng of MasterCard Foundation and Martin Nate of New Age. Happy birthday to you guys.
Great. Okay, I think we've done all of it. Okay, this one says happy birthday to Emmanuel Moses Afful, aka Stengo. May your day be filled with joy and blessings as you walk in God's light. God continue to bless and favor you. Amen. We love you and appreciate you, from your wife Aku Logan, aka Mrs. Stengo, and your kids Irama, Piki, and Kuku. Okay, which means we can get into the
Sports Center now.
Yes.
It's brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. FPAC blows your pain away. DSTV, your home of entertainment. And Twisco, power your dream. As well as Western Union, send and receive money around the world.
And let me tell you about Standard Chartered. They are making this new year better for you. Whatever you are dreaming of this year, if financial stability or freedom is your goal, now is the perfect time to start. Now, financial freedom means that you have the income or the savings to cover your expenses and the flexibility to live your life on your terms. Not that when you are hot, you call somebody and you tell them you need their money urgently. Yes, your financial freedom means that when you need your own money urgently, you get it. And Standard Chartered is ready to help you do that. They can help you explore a range of wealth management and investment options to support your 2026 financial ambitions. So have a discussion with them on wealth management and investment options today. You can call them on 020-202-7682 or 020-222-0499. Email them info@scwealthmanagement.com or visit them on the 4th floor of the Standard Chartered or Pebia branch or any of their branches. Standard Chartered is indeed here for good.
And Yellow Ghana, are you a business owner looking for a smarter way to keep an eye on your shop, restaurant, office, or warehouse anytime, anywhere? Well, MTN Business Eye is here for you. Keep your business secure anytime, anywhere with MTN Business Eye, the smart surveillance solution that gives you total visibility and control. It's powered by Wi-Fi, SIM connectivity, cloud storage, and solar energy, so your security never sleeps even when the light goes out. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, real-time alerts, two-way audio, and reliable backup, all at affordable rates. Dial *5060# today and keep your business inside always with MTN Business Eye. MTN, everywhere you go.
And all the updates on the AFCON on Sports Center is brought to you by Western Union. The team news, the analysis, the all-round updates of AFCON 2025 is powered by Western Union. Actually,
Kojo and Western Union on their wings were flying to Morocco to bring you inside AFCON, and that's where we start the Joy Sports Center. Inside AFCON, always proudly brought to you by Western Union, and we begin with Gabon, who are moving quickly to rebuild after their group stage exits from the ongoing tournament in Morocco. The Gabonese Football Association has confirmed that the government suspension affecting the national team and striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been lifted following the team's elimination. The decision was taken by the country's newly appointed sports minister, Paul Ulrich Kasani, who reversed the measures that had raised concerns about possible sanctions from FIFA. That move eases fears of further repercussions, with World Football Governing Body FIFA known to take a firm position against governance interference in the affairs of national football associations. Meanwhile, CAF says it will investigate violent confrontations that erupted at the end of two AFCON quarter-final matches last weekend. The incident involved opposing players after Morocco's victory over Cameroon in Rabat on Friday, and again on Saturday when Nigeria beat Algeria in Agadir. There's more in these reports.
Videos shared on social media showed chaotic scenes after Algeria's 2-0 defeat to Nigeria, with Algerian players chasing the match referee down the tunnel and confrontations breaking out between journalists from both countries in the mixed zone. The incidents have prompted CAF to gather match reports and video footage, which the governing body says indicate potentially unacceptable behavior by some players and officials. CAF has referred the matter to its disciplinary board and will take action if those involved are found guilty of wrongdoing. The organization has again stressed that any conduct directed at match officials or organizers fall short of the professional standards expected at its competitions. Separately, the Algerian Football Federation has confirmed it has submitted a formal complaint to CAF over the performance of Senegalese referee Issa Sy. The federation says several decisions during the game raised serious concerns and damaged confidence in African refereeing.
Remember, the AFCON semi-final matches will be played on Wednesday. We've got Senegal versus Egypt in the first semis, while host Morocco come up against Nigeria later on Wednesday evening. That's it for Inside AFCON on the Joy Sports Center, brought to you by Western Union. Be sure to join us tomorrow for more on that. Let's move the conversation on, because Ghana's Black Maidens will open their 2026 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifying campaign. That's against Togo, and it's happening in April in what will be a game that marks their return to competitive football after a ban for age cheating in 2022. The draw was held on Saturday in Rabat, with Ghana's Under-17 women set to face the winner of the Liberia-Libya tie in the second round if they progress past Togo. The first leg of that tie is scheduled for April 10, and then the reverse fixture will be played some 7 days later. 31 African teams, remember, are competing in the qualifiers that will be played over 3 knockout rounds using the home and away format. And in the end, 4 teams will qualify for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Morocco. Ghana Premier League next, and Accra Hearts of Oak head coach Didi Dramani has backed goalkeepers Benjamin Asare and Solomon Agbasi for their inclusion in Ghana's squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Asare has been the Black Stars' first choice since his international debut in March 2025, playing a key role in the World Cup qualifiers. But his club season has been disrupted by injuries that he sustained in the friendly against South Korea. Well, he returned to action over the weekend as Hearts of Oak beat Hoho United by a goal to 0. Now, while he was away, Solomon Agbasi stepped in with a run of some decent performances. Dramani says Agbasi and Asare are co-first choice goalkeepers at the moment.
Now, not as a second choice, but as a co-first choice goalkeeper. What it means is that on it, Ben Yina is at the same level. So technically, on it, Ben Yina is at the same level. You know, irrespective of what the situation. No, they have all conviction. Say, no, at the Ghana or minor. And when Benjamin returned, he returned with an injury, no prayer. And you know, Benjamin is the first choice, and Benjamin is the captain of the team. You know, if Benjamin is physically fit and mentally ready, he's much readiness up there. He's the number one.
Where have we seen this before? A local player getting into the Black Stars and then losing their position at club level and subsequently losing their position in the Black Stars. We'll see how this unfolds. You've got 6 months before the World Cup starts in USA, Canada and Mexico. Speaking of Accra Hearts of Oak, their rivals Kumasi Asante Kotoko, there's pressure on their head coach Abdul Karim Zito following a run of unimpressive results. Kotoko are yet to record a win in 2026 after a defeat to Sweden All Blacks and a draw with Brecum Chelsea last Sunday. 3 wins in 8 matches have left Kotoko 6 points behind league leaders Mediama SC. Zito says he's open to leaving the club if Kotoko decides to sack him.
I've never been sacked before in my life. Go back to my history. I leave you and go. I can go to Nsound today, but until those who brought me here say something to me, there's nothing. Whatever people are saying, well, they have the right to say it because Kotoko should win, and we are not winning. For pressure, it is everywhere. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you don't have money to give to your eyes. Pressure. But what makes me happy is if I'm leaving the club today, I will leave Chelsea. I'm yet to do 1 year. But how many clubs? 4. But if there's no patient, they say, well, I don't know, Zito go, I will leave.
Karim Zito with an interesting anecdote of men being under pressure for providing for their wives. You know, speaking of wives, you know one thing that will excite your partner this summer? It's a trip to Canada, USA, and Mexico to watch the FIFA World Cup. Look, you have to make it happen for your kids. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that all of that money that you're spending is into the right hands to ensure that you don't have to spend additional money chasing what you've spent to secure your visa or to buy your match tickets for the FIFA World Cup. And that's why I'm recommending Litina Travels for you. They can sort out your visa process for you, get you match tickets for all of Ghana's 3 group stage games at the World Cup, inner city transport arrangements, as well as accommodation. Look, all you need to do is to call Litina Travels on 0244 260 789 0244 260 789 or walk into their office at the Alisa Hotel Northridge here in Accra and make sure you secure your spot in this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Let's move the conversation on. Last night, unfortunately, Xabi Alonso left his role as Real Madrid head coach. The announcement came from the club on Monday following Sunday's Supercopa final defeats by Barcelona with a club statement. Former Real Madrid and Liverpool fullback Alvaro Arbeloa takes over from Alonso with immediate effect. His only experience was coaching in the Spanish third division with Real Madrid's B team. Speaking of managerial changes, Michael Carrick is close to agreeing a deal to return to Manchester United as caretaker head coach for the rest of the season. Talks reportedly have progressed with the former United and England midfielder who's now 44 years of age and is expected to be in charge of Saturday's derby against Manchester City. Club chiefs were told they're hoping to have an appointment in place for one player's return to training on Wednesday. Carrick previously had a 3-game stint as United's temporary boss following Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's dismissal in 2021. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe has ruled a rule change, which means £62.5 million signing Antoine Semenyo could line up against Newcastle in the League Cup semi-final. He's a 26-year-old Ghanaian international who made the switch from Bournemouth and over the weekend scored and assisted as they beat Exeter in the cup final. We can quickly hear from the Newcastle boss.
Yeah, it was nice to find out that rule had changed after finding out they had signed him. Yeah, I have to say that's probably one rule change I probably wouldn't be supportive of at this current moment, but Antoine's had an incredible season. I'm a big admirer of his and he scored on his debut, so fair play to him, and I think Manchester City have signed a very, very good player.
Well, Liverpool last night also beat Barnsley by 4-1. We can get some post-match reaction from Liverpool boss Arne Slot.
Good win. That's not performance, but that's result. We wanted to go into the next round. That's what we did. 4 beautiful goals, shots from outside the box. It's not always easy to unlock a low block for any team in the world, but definitely also not for us. So you have a few weapons to do so, set pieces, as we see so many times, especially in the Premier League.
Well, the 4th round draw is already out. Arsenal will take on Wigan Athletic on St. Valentine's Day. Aston Villa are taking on Newcastle United. Chelsea, they've been drawn against Hull City. That game is at 2 p.m. on 14 February. Liverpool will take on Brighton and Hove Albion for their troubles. Macclesfield are at home to Brentford. Man City will take on the winner of the Salford City and Swindon Town game, ending the Joy Sports Centre. I'll be back tomorrow with more.
Thank you very much, Atru, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10 Liver Salt, a refreshing relief. And already many of you have joined us talking about the water situation where you are, because this morning we'll be talking more about the Teshi water situation. And we open up the conversation to talk more about the water situation in the country, even as we talk about the nature of our roads. So get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055 1111997. But look, bills shouldn't scare you because you can enjoy free cash from EcoBank in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Simply deposit in multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 to build points and enter a draw for a chance to win your share of 1.5 million in cash and prizes, including 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and multiples of 10,000 Ghana cedis. There's more. Customers who transact with their EcoBank card or use digital platforms enjoy up to 15% discount on rides, experiences, events, and more. Don't miss out. Tap into the vibes and be one of the 10,000 lucky winners in the EcoBank Enjoyment Promo. EcoBank 5-star Enjoyment Promo. Deposit more, enjoy more. Promo runs till the end of January 2026. T's and C's apply. And this promo is supervised by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. But note, EcoBank will never ask for your PIN or password. When in doubt, call 0800 003 225 for assistance. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
And on big stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies, Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa, and Equity Health Insurance here for you. We're focusing on our roads and water. So Teshi is facing water shortage, water rationing, and many of them have been complaining. But what's the water situation where you find yourself? Listen to the situation in Teshi.
A deepening water crisis is taking a heavy toll on residents of Teshi, particularly in the Kam2 area. At the local clinic, nurses say the absence of running water has transformed routine healthcare into a daily struggle, with deteriorating sanitation contributing to the spread of infections within the facility.
So I say spread of infection is really becoming high here because we have to use water to wash the bedsheet before we can use it for another patient.
Okay, somebody would have to use the washroom, and since there's no water to flush immediately, the next person will also have to do that until there's a pile up, and then we are able to flush.
The impact of the water shortage extends beyond the clinic. Food vendors in the community say the lack of water has forced many of them to halt operations, cutting off their primary source of income.
I haven't been able to cook and sell for about 5 months now. I have to travel to Osu and Labadi just to buy water before I can work. The situation is really serious and the authorities need to do something about it. We are bleeding because we have to buy sachet water for domestic use. I've stopped cooking because I don't get water. I can't use unhygienic water to cook and sell. So for now, I've stopped working.
With healthcare delivery, livelihoods, and daily life under strain, residents are calling for urgent intervention, warning that failure to act could escalate the crisis into a full-scale public health emergency for the entire Teshi community.
So that's the situation in Teshi. How about where you live? What's the situation? Do you have water? The Ghana Water Company will be joining us this morning. So share your thoughts with us. Tell us whether you have water or not so we could get them addressing all your concerns.
Now, let me tell you about Telecel Made for Me. If you are looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs, you need to talk to Telecel. They understand everyone has their own preference. I love to eat wache with granules. Somebody likes to eat wache with willy. So Telecel gives you the opportunity to have bundles that meet your needs and are designed to your preference. Now, the Made for Me bundles are affordable. They are customized data and voice packages personalized for you. So all you need to do, simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to your special Made for Me bundle. Telecel, connecting energies.
Charlie, if you did drive, then there's one day you for listening. Trusted for 102 years, Enterprise Insurance just dropped the Insure Naturally promo. Road to the ultimate football experience. So when you insure your car with Enterprise, you don't just get protection, you get extra rewards. Enjoy free fuel coupons, airtime, shopping vouchers, and stand a chance to win an all expense paid ultimate football experience live at the stadium. Insure your car now with Enterprise Insurance and be part of the Insure Naturally promo, which runs from now till May 2026. This promo is regulated by NLA on the Carter's Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage. Okay, so before we get into the conversation about water and all, Kojo, you've been looking at a water supply map, right?
Yes, I'm just looking at all the data to do with Ghana water and supply to the Accra Tema. We have the Greater Accra Metropolitan Area, and they also have the Accra Tema region or the area, right? And I've just been asking myself questions why we are where we are at the moment, because, for example, there are two main treatment plants, right? Okay. There's the Wager treatment plant, and based on Ghana Water's own website, the Wager treatment plant has a design capacity of 54.2 million gallons per day, right? 54.2 million gallons per day. And then there's the Bon water treatment plant, which is the biggest treatment plant in Ghana at the moment. It has 101.2 million gallons per day. So, Winston, Wager plus Bon will then give us 155 million gallons per day. right? So please open your calculator. Let's do this quick analysis. Wager plus Bong is 155 million gallons per day. How many people are in the Greater Accra metropolitan area?
Tell me.
If we look at the whole, in fact, let's look at the whole Greater Accra as a region. What's the population of the Greater Accra? If we even assume the Greater Accra
5 to 6 million.
Population is 6 million, 155 million gallons per day divided by 6. Let's look at that.
Divided by 6 gives you
155 million divided by 6 million.
25,830,000.
No. So 155 divided by 6. Just 155 divided by 6.
155 divided by 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. 155 divided by 6. 25.83.
So on average, if we do averages based on the population of the people in the region, if you are producing 155 million gallons per day for the region, okay, from Wager and Pong, for a population of 6 million, if we assume we are using it for domestic, or we are just ensuring that per capita everybody gets water, everybody should get 25 gallons every day. 25 gallons. Now let's even assume that this 155 million gallons, we are unable to produce all the 155 million gallons because Wager is struggling from Galamsey induced stress, right? So we are even producing 100 million gallons for 6 million people. It still brings us to 16.67 gallons per capita. Now, based on where I sit, if you are producing an essential commodity for a population which has health implications, livelihood implications and everything, and each person can get 16 gallons per capita, you need to figure out how to distribute this water. Okay, that's why we have the Accra Tema distribution plan. We have a system of pipes that run across the region to distribute water. Now this system of pipes, if you look at certain areas, is densely populated with a piping system. So you look at your originally planned neighborhoods like your Dansomans, your Ridges, and all the originally planned Accra areas, especially the Accra west side going to the Wager side, you see a very dense pipeline network that supplies these areas. You go to the Tema Central area, you see a dense pipeline network that supplies these areas because those places were properly planned with utilities, right? And then you look at the new neighborhoods, so the Obom, Accra, Northeast, those places, they are new settlements, so you don't see as much. So for me, if there's a challenge of distributing water people in, let's say, Teshi, Sakumono and all those areas, because the desalination plant is not working. I didn't add the desalination plant to the numbers. If it's not working, how do we get water to the people? How do we get the average water to the people?
Hold on 1 minute, and we need to go for the business minute. It's brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, says new measures have been introduced to reduce losses associated with the gold purchase program. It disclosed this while appearing before Parliament's Public Accounts Committee. The Ghana Revenue Authority has announced plans to pursue 10 oil exploration companies over their refusal to pay rental charges owed to the state. Government is preparing to issue a 10 billion cedi domestic bond to finance infrastructure projects including roads and interchanges. Bloomberg News reports that this will be the country's first domestic bond dedicated solely to infrastructure funding. And elsewhere, 3 former heads of the United States Central Bank have criticized a criminal investigation involving Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, describing it as an attempt to undermine the Fed's independence. And last, to Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
All right, so welcome back. This is still the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Before the break, Kojo, you were explaining the distribution map. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so my point is, the water is the commodity, number one. So once you produce the water, you transport it to people.
Yeah.
And the main means of transporting the water to people is through the pipelines.
Yeah.
Fortunately, water is not like electricity. Okay? Electricity, if you produce it one place and you don't have the transmission lines to transport it, you don't have huge batteries you can store the power in and transport to the people. But water is a commodity you can keep within a container and move along. So if Teshi desalination plant is not working, for example, and Pong is still producing water, how can we strategically use other means to get water to the people beyond rationing? You've been rationing water. Usually Teshi, Sakumono, Bachona, all those places end up being the hardest hits. We launched the desalination plant in 2015. I remember it was Bifisa and some Japanese companies, and we launched it in 2015. President Mahama was then president.
Yeah.
I was so happy that we had launched a desalination plant. And basically the desalination plant takes salt water, takes it through reverse osmosis and other treatment processes, and then makes it wholesome so that people can drink. Now, for some reason, we're unable to pay the people who run the plant, so there is debt and challenges, and it also attracts a higher cost because you need a lot of electricity. Okay, so you are not running it. That's fine, but what other means can you supply water to people from Pong to Teshi, Bachona, other parts of Accra, so that people can get water to drink? Winston, that's where my challenge is. And if you look at, I've opened Google Earth, right? This is Pong. This is the Pong township. Here, red. This is Pong. So Pong to Teshi, I've drawn a straight line, 60 kilometers. Okay. So for some reason, if you can't pump water through the pipelines to the people, and I've showed you the let me actually show you the distribution network. Winston, if you look at this distribution network from Pong, there is a main distribution line that delivers water to Accra, gets into Accra East, which you live in Accra East, you are served by Accra East, I'm served by Accra East, gets redistributed all along. There is distribution lines across the motorway and all those things. If we can't pump water through those lines, can't we get trucks to bring people water?
We can.
That's where my challenge is, because for every other commodity in this country which seems to get good margins and money, we're able to transport them from all sorts of places. Why can't we get water to these people? Do we have enough water tankers in the system? If we have enough water tankers, how do we regulate these water tankers such that, assuming the pipelines don't work and we can't pump water from Pond to people, these tankers can pick water from vantage places, even Pond itself, and distribute to these people? What is the mathematics and the economy, and how bad is it such that we cannot do it at such a scale to ensure that people get cheaper water, healthier alternative, and don't have to go through water stress every day?
You know, Gerard Nyanyofio just shared with me an article that he published, you know, together with
Gerard Nyanyofio, lecturer UPSA.
UPSA, yes, together with Tufo, Wuto, Pobi, and yes, so Nyanyofio, Tufo, and Wuto. And it says governance and sustainability of public-private partnership in Ghana's urban water sector, the case of Teshi Nungwa Seawater Desalination Project. I'll just share with you the abstract, okay, and it would summarize everything. It says the project operates under a build, own, operate, transfer PPP model, which requires the private partners to invest, procure, process, and distribute potable water to Teshi Nungwa and its surrounding communities. Now, the results indicate that implementation was threatened by a lack of due diligence, weak oversight and accountability, and poor financial arrangements, as well as deficit in technical expertise on the part of contracting authority, leading to stalling of the project. The study recommends that the government of Ghana improves on its policy coherence and the monitoring function, develop technical capacity, and foster active ownership and commitment of key state institutions to accentuate the sustainability outcomes in order to meet both intended and unintended project outcomes. So there you have it. The modeling itself, they argue, was not properly done.
Okay. Let's go to...
Because the financial arrangements were problematic.
Let's go to another angle to this whole conversation. I can say for sure, an authority, that almost all the beverage production plants in the Spintex Tema area depend on Ghana water for raw water for processing. If there is any beverage water, whatever in the Tema area, that depends on boreholes and their own sources of water. They should come and prove it. They all depend on Ghana water for processing, right? Now, if it's more expensive to use Bifisa, the desalination plant water, to if it's more expensive, why don't we give that water to the commercial operators and ensure that the cheaper Ghana water, raw water, we are rationing to people, gets to our homes? Because water from Ghana water gets to your home for below 10 cedis for 1,000 liters. Okay, below 10 Ghana cedis for 1,000 liters.
Yeah.
If you bought that same 1,000 liters from the water tanker, you buy it for 300 cedis, depending on where you live in the city. In Amahia, I used to buy that poly tank for about 150 cedis. But when the tanker operators choose, and depending on the scarcity of the water, sometimes they will sell it to you for 300, 400 Ghana cedis. So something I buy from Ghana Water for 10 Ghana cedis, if I even buy it for 1,000 Ghana cedis, it's a problem. If I buy it for 100 Ghana cedis, it's a problem. Look at the percentage increase. So why can't we look at the desalination plant and decide that the desalination plant will primarily serve the beverage industry, and then Ghana Water's 10 Ghana cedi for 1,000 liter production serves our homes? Is it something we cannot do? The economists, the accountants, the financial projection experts cannot sit and do, so that we find a way around?
Oh, I mean, it's actually something we can do.
Because as we speak, people don't have water in their homes, but they will go out and buy a pack of mineral water. We call it mineral water, right?
Yes.
For how much? For between 27 to 37 cedis, depending on the brand. Yeah, and this is Ghana water that is largely reprocessed for us to drink.
So this is it. If tertiary and its environs, we know that it's expensive to produce water through the desalination method. The expectation will be that water will charge more. So consumers of that water should pay more.
I don't disagree.
And in doing so, if the consumers would have to pay more, then the people who sell at higher prices should be the ones to buy the water. So it should be sold to the industrial users. They can use it to produce their pure water and their beverages and sell it to us. In that case, we're not going to complain. So that's how I think all of this can be solved. And it's easy because we're always talking about the cost being too high and all of that. How about we fixed it that way? It's as simple as
and Ministry of Works and Housing. What's the name of the minister? Kenneth
Ejay. Kenneth Ejay. Yes.
This is also primarily his job. Okay. There is water stress in the country. There are places where, because of galamsey and related activities, Ghana Water doesn't get raw water to process. They've given us examples. Daboase, recently the Agona area, yeah, all those places, which is a clear challenge Ghana Water faces. Now, in areas where we can really tap the natural resource and optimize the investment, what are we doing? So the rest of the water that goes all the way from the Kwon Dam and empties into the sea at Ada, is there nothing else we can do on that stretch? Can we build another water processing plant, pump water, extract water from the water from that stretch, and then process, pump some to the Sogakope side, pump some up north to Ho, pump some also back to Accra? Is there nothing we can do?
We can.
Where are our engineers? Where are the thinkers? Let me give you an example. When Beijing was going through water stress, they decided to go all the way 1,000 kilometers away from Beijing. Okay, dam the Yangtze River, build an artificial river with concrete and pipelines, and pumped water. In fact, they didn't pump water, they used their brains. They increased the height of the dam so that the gravity would increase. So they are distributing water from the north all the way to Beijing with gravity to serve a population of about 25-30 million people. Where are our engineers? Can we not think and solve this problem? The annual surface runoff in Ghana is 54 billion cubic meters a year. It's enough to be processed for Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, the whole of West Africa when it comes to our domestic water needs. Okay, somebody is in China sending water from 1,000 kilometers away from Beijing to Beijing to meet Beijing's needs. From Cape 3 Points to Pumakong in the north, our southernmost and our northernmost points in Ghana, it's not up to 1,000 kilometers. Okay, you have the water all over. So it's not even a matter of not having the raw water. It's a matter of using our heads, being innovative, being practical, and solving our problems in the presence of abundant water. But what are we doing? And this is not just water for domestic consumption in our homes, even water for irrigation.
Sure.
You have water, but your farmers struggle. You have water, your citizens can't get water to drink. You have water, your citizens go to the hospital and their bed sheets cannot be changed because we cannot wash them.
Yeah.
How why?
Well, good question. Why? Stay with us. I want to return after these messages. We'll get answers to these and many questions, but also find out the state of our roads here in Nigeria's country called Ghana. This is the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back after these.
Fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, bruh, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you. The Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
What if your insurance loved you back? Whether it's protecting your home, your car, or your business, Loyalty Insurance is there to safeguard what matters most to you. And because loyalty goes both ways, we reward your trust with unparalleled service, competitive rates, and benefits that grow with you over time. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing loyalty. So if you're ready for a partner that values you as much as you value your peace of mind, look no further than Loyalty Insurance. Visit us at www.loyaltyinsurancegh.com. With us, loyalty isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. Loyalty Insurance, your loyal partner.
The Kakamotobi come out in the festive season and they are as scary as our bills. But we don't want to miss out on parties, family and festivals. Whether you say Akwaba, Maraba, Wezo or Obake, EcoBank says tap into 5s in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes. 1 year insurance cover, gift vouchers and more. That's not all. Use your EcoBank card, mobile app, USSD or POS to transact and enjoy up to 15% discount. Tap into vibes with EcoBank. T's and C's apply. Bill shouldn't scare you. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Honey, Easter in Dubai will not be bad, crowd. What do you think?
Hey, Dubai pa! But how?
The Activa Sida promo.
Hey!
Activa Insurance is thanking its customers and welcoming new ones. Just buy or renew any Activa Insurance policy and enter into a draw where you can win a fully paid trip to Dubai. Flight, hotel, and tours all covered. And if not Dubai, you can still win TVs, fridges, washing machines, and many more.
Really?
Yes. Buy your home, motor, fire, travel, personal accident insurance, or any Active Lady solution.
Amazing!
Walk into any Active Insurance branch or agency nationwide or dial *713 *313# now. Asida promo is partnered by Travel Planners Ghana, your travel experts, and Malcolm. Promo ends 5th March 2026. T's and C's apply. Active Insurance. Our clients, our passion. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Hello, Mr. Headmaster.
Please sit. I want to discuss your child, Sarah. She is always asking questions. Questions after questions. It never stops.
Sorry, we will...
Oh, no, don't be sorry. We love her curiosity. Our world needs more curious minds. So, well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's the season of the Global Football Fiesta and all Ghana is lined up to celebrate. The exciting part, you could experience live action alongside other winners in the GCB Part to Pop promo. Save, win, go!
Yes, simply deposit and maintain 300 Ghana cedis or more in your GCB savings and current account and earn points. Save more, accumulate more points.
Increase your chance to win Megagantuan prizes every month. TV sets,
cookers,
freezers,
washing machines, and lots more. Plus the ultimate
all expenses paid trip to experience global football. Yankee, here we come with GCB Part to Pop promo. Save, win, go! Get in the game 1st December 2025 to April 2026.
T's and C's apply. This promo is under the NLA Caritas Lottery platform.
GCB, your bank for life.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show bleh bleh, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Jay, Charlie, what's up?
You ready?
All day.
You know what time it is.
Oh my.
Straight up, cover the palm ready.
TMG.
Mama min remi pizza, mama min remi burger. You got them in your nipa, figure no part them in bread. Mama min remi pizza, you, mama min remi burger. I them in your nipa, figure no part them in bread. I them in bread, figure no part them in bread. I them in bread, figure no part them in bread. I them in bread, figure no part them in bread. Hey. Alright, Mama to bank, Mama to parliament, Mama to Chuba, to be my government, Mama to France, Mama to Barrier, Mama Yamagisa Mumpoma, the better. We can you, and I say, Boo, Musham Honda, and Joe Bo. What's in your TV as you can go be your shake, no you. Me the Demona Miko, it could be painting and many abrio. Steps of Mudia Manfo, your bottom Sikana Modekoya Marshall, Mama Yenja, Joya Bread, Dia team 50 so capre. But to be a ticket and a back of them, and I don't know one city plus 2 yesterday. Yo, corruption kwa, software no swan renting kwa. And you're more photo, economy now. Sikan you come take a po bon kwa. Your man pay me, see the pay you ma. They get yes, you can feel in front of ma. One year, the Sadia, what ya command, yes, I saw legalize the Sakawa. A common washi, come on tilapia, plan the body. Sikan you come to go be a body. When did you be out of a dining? Kiss so back 20,000, 2 petrol, some of you were shouting. Bunkacha Bancha say go mountains, so be at the sick of the Sakolante. Mama min me pizza. Mama min me burger. You got them in your nipper. Figure no part them in bread. Mama min me pizza. You, mama min me burger. I them in your nipper. Figure no part them in bread. I them in bread. Figure no part them in bread. I them in bread. Figure no part them in bread. I them in bread. Figure no part them in bread.
Why? I don't retire. Let's go. Left me make a chill some. After all, I paid my bill, son. Thanks to God, I'm not hungry. Bless my family and my little one. If you get money, Charlie, shout aloud. I did chill, aloud. Okay, me another day out and about. I see say it paying you. Ouch. Better yet, can you imagine a guy my age still living in the same house with my father and my mother? Of course not. That's not great. Check my weight. So Chinese. Fresh jeans and white tees. Tear up my shea water. Thanks to God Almighty. I work hard. Finally caught my first car. Feels good. Riding around with class. Money. Burst up. Rep hard. Red, yellow, green, and a black star. More shadows than the GH backyard. Black cars. Fast cars. Ha! I got the power, so I gotta use it. I got heavenly inspiration to make music. Hey, you really want me to remain useless?
With regard to the Bolly Bomboy Road, in fact, the road is not bad. I wouldn't call it a bad road. I would call it a killer road. A journey that is supposed to take you less than 10 hours if you are driving yourself. Trust me, you today, seniors, it will take you 19 solid hours if you are using V8. I use this road at least twice in a month from Accra to Wa.
Okay.
And I'm challenging Joy FM. Joy FM is the best radio station in Ghana and beyond. Let your media people, your colleagues do a news assessment on that road with V8. It will take you 90 solid hours with V8. And one surprising thing, if you are using VIP, you get there earlier than the V8. Because they know the roads very well. They take 17, 18 hours. But if you are using V8, 19 solid hours, I'm challenging, Joy FM. Let somebody come and tell me that I am lying.
Apart from say traffic barrier no, o can not see in say at the kukuru 3 months dia mechanic like I said o shops no almost be the mountain top ati shops yi di kukuru and the boss what di to the onim ye can say aban no when who say obi a complaining and kwanya o mantim offense in the feed ye eduma oba be ya no so you obi a kwan ma no na ya tete why depression no good crowd to meet kumye ye depressed crowd ye bibia na obedu eduma na wo yemu na asese wa bre yesra why ate no ma ye ndi si aban yesra no.
Thank you. Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. So many of you complaining about the state of your roads yesterday when we had a conversation about our roads, and we got updates on the motorway. We're told that in Adringano, where we've complained about Oswald Constructions, that small stretch has been causing huge traffic. Well, we're told that
by end of year
it will be done. That's such a long time.
Yeah, we can't wait. They should go and fix the underpass.
Exactly.
And make it smoother so that it will reduce the traffic on that particular stretch. Whilst we wait for the full completion of that Adringano Shell overpass, they should fix that underpass.
Great. We're going to get into the road conversation again. We'll be going around the country to find out the situation around the country. And Erastus Asaridonko is in Kumasi. He's in Ashanti region. He's joined us already. He's on phone. Erastus, good morning.
Yes, Winston.
Happy New Year to you. I believe you're fine this morning.
Yes, Happy New Year to you. I'm good. God's grace and the family as well.
Great. So tell us, I mean, we've been going around the country. They've been sharing with us the state of their roads. You may have heard this morning the Bole Bamboy Road through to Wa Tumu Road in a deplorable state. What is the state of roads in the Ashanti region? And particularly within Kumasi.
Well, listen, if I talk about the Ashanti region in itself, we have quite a backlog of roads, untarred roads, never tarred roads to be done. And so if I have to take you down memory lane to talk about roads in the Ashanti region that have been untarred, we will not finish today. But I will concentrate on major roads that people expect that at least within the frame of works, if government could fix those roads, that is the anticipation. And one of the major ones we are talking about is the Santase Obuasi stretch. In fact, from Santase to Anyankwanta, it's a dualization project, and it started under the previous administration. In fact, they've been able to grade the sides of the road. So they've ejected the squatters. They've done the grading of the sides of the road, both sides. And so from Santase Bofudu all the way to Anyankwanta, you could see that the area has been graded properly. In some areas the bridges have been done, and it was to be continued in that stretch to be tarred. Then it has been abandoned totally. And so if you look at the dust pollution on that stretch, it's huge. And that is what people are talking about, that they will want government to fix. One other major one is the Kwai roundabout to Santase. It's also a dual carriage road. Both sides have been graded into dusty paths, but then it's yet to be completed. And that is also one thing that you hear people talk about greatly, that they want the government to focus on. The other one is the Siwa junction to Siwa Hospital, the new hospital. In fact, that was the reason that the previous administration gave for not opening up that facility, which is almost about 90% complete, for it to be operationalized. That road, they've graded it. It's now a dusty spectacle. The residents along that stretch are suffering a lot, and they expect that government will do something about it, at least, if not this year, in the near future, they will do something about it to pave the way for the opening of that particular hospital.
Your call has been.
The previous administration did well to stretch the dualization from the Kumasi Brewery all the way to I think Siyase, and then it ended. And so from there to Kontinase, was supposed to end at Kontinase. That stretch, there's quite a lot of dusty ends to that end, which people will want to be fixed. But there's good news, and when you look at this, all the roads in Kumasi that have been dualized, there's not one that stretches very far for at least 10 miles. All of them truncate into a single lane, which creates traffic. When you look at the Asukwa interchange, which ends at the fuel station leading to the Ahodo roundabout, it creates a huge traffic in Kumasi. And we have seen that they've done some excavations. Work is vigorously going on to connect that dualization to the Ahodo roundabout, which will, in fact, ease a lot of vehicular traffic. And so I must commend the regional minister and the mayor for taking up that challenge, and they are working vigorously on that road. We hope that it will be completed this year to give some relief to commuters on that stretch. And that's what we call, I think, the N6 in Kumasi. So, Winston, aside these ones, the Accra Road, Kolongo section leading to Kumasi, the road itself has expired. And so you could see that the bitumen has eroded in so many parts, creating huge gaps. In fact, if you travel by night on that road, it's a danger. And so I don't know the plans for that. I've heard her government speak about a very prominent route from Accra to Kumasi. If that forms part of it, that's the expectation of people in Kumasi.
So I used the Accra road you are talking about over the weekend. Before you get to that Sankari Police barrier where the Adum Chedia building is, it's also one of the problem spots. If you cross Eastern region into Ashanti region at Dadieso, you meet a lot of these problem spots on the Accra Kumasi highway. Since we are talking about Kumasi, let me take you to the Bekwai roundabout to Santasi roundabout road again. This is in the heart of the city, and construction was started a couple of years ago, and it seems abandoned. How are the people coping with the dust?
Kojo, is serious. In fact, when you go there around, especially when we seem to be getting Hamatan, and so you are having some dry spells around this time. All the houses located along that stretch have been painted, powdery dust, and it's been like that for a very long time. When you look at even the roads from the Bofodu section getting to Anyankwanta, the dusty situations on that stretch, and you see the contractor is not on site, so that you could even talk to the contractor to even sprinkle some water daily on that stretch. So you can imagine people who used to sell by the roadside have all abandoned the place because you cannot stay there.
Which contractor is working on that project?
Come again.
Which contractor was awarded that project? Do we know?
In fact, I will need to check.
Okay.
I don't have the name of the contractor immediately, but they are all not on site. All these roads you're talking about have been abandoned. It was started previously. They've done quite a lot of work, and in fact, I must say, some of the wet areas, they put boulders there, they've leveled, they've done the grading. In some areas, they've done the culverts and other things. So I understand from the mayor's point of view, recently in an interview he granted that they are looking for funds to be able to complete that. So if we could call the roads minister and let us know what are the plans for that stretch, especially the Pai roundabout to Santasi roundabout. It's something that residents are really expecting that the government would do something about.
Erastus, let's go to Intensiri Infensi Mankranso Road, the Kumasi Sunyai Road. That Mankranso stretch has been bad for over 14 or so years, ever since I started using it.
In fact, it is worse now. If you knew it to be bad, then it is worse now. I used that stretch recently, and the huge gaping holes. And I always say that if you drive at night on that stretch, especially the Bichim end, Mankranso Bichim end, if you drive at night on that road, you should be extra careful. You could die anytime, because if you bump your vehicle at top speed in any of those gaping holes, the probability is that your vehicle will somersault. And it's been like that for a very, very long time.
And do we have any idea as to what is being done to fix that?
For that road, nobody has ever mentioned anything concerning that. Not in the previous administration, certainly not this one. And I wish that somebody will give a clear guidance on what the plans are for that stretch. At least, if not anything, can we make it motorable? Can we make it motorable so that commuters can at least, while they wait for better times, can use that stretch safely? And let me also mention before I go the Obuasi Road. Kojo, you know the Obuasi Road has been tarred. At least about 90% have been tarred, but it's uneven. It's not been completed totally. There are some finishing works to be done. And even markings and other things to be done. Portions of it have even started eroding already. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know who the contractor was, whether he's been paid fully or not. Can we get some guidance on when he's going to put finishing touches to that particular road so it becomes, usable once again?
Thank you so much, Erastus. I also noticed that the traffic in a lot of areas in Kumasi has worsened. So I used the Officers Mess area to Bekwai roundabout. I was in traffic for almost 30-45 minutes.
And all this traffic could do is because many of the dualized roads, the dual carriages, end in a single lane in Kumasi.
Yeah, and the tech road traffic has also worsened from when I used to use it back then.
Yeah, and why did we forget this interchange, the Swami stretch?
Yeah.
In fact, work has stalled on that road. I certainly we want to find out. That is a major road which captivated minds during the election, and for now some works have been done, but it has been abandoned. Maybe we should know what the plan is for the Swami interchange and the Swami stretch, especially from the Swami roundabout getting to Swami proper. Yeah.
Right, Erastus, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're very grateful to you. So that's Erastus Asare Donko, who's our correspondent in the Ashanti region, which means we can now go to the Upper West region, where Rafiq Salam has joined us. Rafiq, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
How's it going, Rafiq?
We are fine. And then the region is waking up slowly to the new year 2026. And they are hoping and praying for better times.
Better times. I know there are some roads in the region that you've been reporting on. The Tumu Road, you've reported on, from Tamale to Wa. Tell us the state of road in the Upper West region.
I will tell you that the state of roads in the Upper West region is nothing to write home about. Let me start from Wa, heading to where my father found my mother, the Sister Enclave. It's about 142 kilometers, and it is not in the base of ship. The number of gullies, manholes that are replete in these roads are more than 3 dozens. On a particular stretch of road, that's about 4 kilometers. And so the difficulty or the major challenge in that part of the road is between Hen, going to Nandawala, and then heading to Kuntulu. That particular stretch, at least if you are using a vehicle, you can move more than 40 kilometers per hour. So that clearly means that about 11 or 15 kilometers, you could spend over 40 minutes on that particular stretch, because those gullies that are there are very deep, and then could also even be considered during the rainy season, probably as part of dams that have been artificial dams that have been constructed, and so vehicles plying this route has difficulty moving from one end of the road to the other. But when you take from the west stretch up to about Buri, that particular road has been done well by PW Ghanem, and then up to Buse. It's only from Buse when you're heading towards Hen. And then, let me tell you that Hen is, or Chaporo is the center, is the middle of Upper West region. And so when you head into the region, to that area, that enclave, that's where your major challenges or worries or frustration about roads are replete in. And so the Upper West region, let me tell you, that is the only region probably in this country that is not linked to any other region with continuous bituminous surface.
What's the problem?
The problem is that when you are coming from Wa towards the south, that clearly means that you are coming to Sola.
Yeah.
I'm not that proper driver, but it's about 100 kilometers from Wa to Sola. It's 100 kilometers. And I used to do 43 minutes from Wa to Sola. 43 minutes.
Okay.
That's 100. Sorry, I used to do an hour from Wa to Sola.
But today, as we speak now, cars, passengers, or commercial vehicles can move from Wa to Sola. The least they do is 2.5 hours.
Wow.
2.5 hours on that stretch. As stated in one of my reports, if you are going from Accra to probably Washington, D.C., it's about 11 hours. But when you are coming from to get to Accra, and so that is the frustration that people in the region are facing. And so the major challenge starts from Kolmasa, heading to Sola, and then you go to Wenchi. And so after Wenchi, at least somehow the road is better. But the last time I passed on that particular route from Wenchi, heading to about Bomboy, Wenchi from Tachiman to Wenchi, it's about 52 speed ramps I counted. Artificial created speed ramps on that area. And so it's really difficult to move from Wa to Accra now. It is. The people they have a lot of frustrating moments about that 196 kilometers that from Wenchi up to about Wa.
Okay.
And now another difficulty that the people are facing, hitherto, people thought that, okay, when you do the bypass from Sola heading to Demango and then to the Fofoso Junction, that will be better. But now it's now crazy, let me tell you. Because from Sola up to Junction, now because of the collapse of the Dolly Bridge, vehicles have to do a bypass from Tachiman area, passing through Kintampo to the junction, and then you come back to Demango and then come and join the Sola route. But now I'm telling you that route is in worse condition. The last time that I was there was about a couple of months ago, and I spoke to chiefs from the area who were returning from the Sola Bole Enclave, who were returning from a council meeting with the Yobongura.
Okay.
And they bumped into me around Kambampe. And they expressed their frustration. Shortly after that, President John Dramani Mahama cut a sword for the big push. And the people thought that at least that was a lifeline, that was a hope. They were hopeful that the road will be done. Yes, they cut the short, did same at Gole in the Upper West region. But as we speak now, not a scintilla size of a blade space has been constructed in that particular area.
The contractor is not on site?
The contractor, we have seen some semblance of some equipment around Sola. We have seen an asphalt plant that was there before they cut the sword. That's the only visible sign of the contractor at that particular location coming from Sola to Wa. As for Wa and then through Hen, there's nothing. We haven't seen any sign.
Okay.
The only sign that I'm told is from Navrongo coming towards Bolga. I'm told that a contractor is around that side. I'm not quite sure where it's Maums at that particular area. Because he was already working on that particular stretch, coming to Kasana, coming through to Tumu. But as we speak now, the people are they have a lot of frustrating moments, and also increase the cost of vehicle maintenance in that particular area, and also cause a lot of exorbitant fares at the stations.
Rafiq, how about the Wa to Bogatanga stretch?
That's what I told you earlier. As from the Wa to people thought that at least the Upper West and then Upper East region, we used to be one region, used to call it Upper region.
Yeah.
Upper region. But after the partition in 1983, after we were separated from our brothers from the East, the road has been like that. The road has not been in the best of shape. If you are coming from Wa going through Volga, the only I think better part of the route is probably from Wa up to about Buri, but from Buri up to about Kuntulu and JPC is in well shape. But after Kuntulu, at least we have Pascal Investment Limited was working on that particular stretch. and they have put some kind of some bitumen in the area. But after Tumu, going to Navarongo, it's not in the best of shape. You know, this was from Tumu. This was the road. That was an area that was promised by a former minister of roads, Amankwata, that they were going to give it not only bitumen surface and asphalted overlay, and he gave them 2 months. As we speak now, close to 4 years, nothing of the Tumu road, nothing has been done. And you come to even Wa, when you come to Wa, from the airport, coming to town, you, I think about 900 or 1,000 meters away from the airport, there are, the road there is not in the best of shape, it's undulating, a lot of potholes around that area, day in, day out. I can say hourly, accidents are occurring on that particular stretch. From the airport when you are coming to town, at least I think the way you are entering town and you see this one, and that will be your first form of sadness or mental picture about the region, because that's the route to the airport. And when you even get to the inner roads in Wa, they have developed gullies from the police station itself heading to First and Last.
Okay.
First and Last to the Senate Junction. The number of gullies that are there is causing lots of accidents in that particular area.
Okay.
And people are maimed for life. And so when you are even heading towards out of Wa, and you are heading towards the northern end, towards Burkina Faso, like through Hambele, Nandom, Kokulugu area, whatever. The only good roads that you can find on that particular stretch is around the Nandom enclave, heading to Hambele. But before that, from Nadoli heading to Laura, there are a lot of potholes and a lot of accidents are occurring on that particular stretch. And so that is the difficulty, that's the challenge that the people are having there. The roads in the Upper West region is not in the best of shape, and then the people are calling for a change.
Rafiq Salam, thank you very much for joining us this morning. But you know, before you leave, you must give us your signature sign-off. So
should I say that I am reporting from Wa?
You know the signature sign-off.
Or whatever.
The one that got the Speaker of Parliament to invite you.
You know. So, reporting for Joy News. Rafiq Salam, 2026. Wow.
Thank you very, very much, Rafiq Salam. Which means we can go to the northern region now.
Yeah.
Where Martina Bugri is. Martina, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Martina, thank you very much for joining us. So, we just finished speaking to, Rafiq Salam. He's been talking about the poor nature of the road, even the road linking Tamale to Wa. You are in the northern region, you are in Tamale. Tell us the state of roads there and the road linking Wa, for instance, and linking the Upper East region.
Okay, so from Tamale to Bolga, that stretch is one road that's terrible this time. A lot of big potholes that makes it very difficult for people who commute on that road. You must be extra careful when on that stretch. When you come to the Wa Road, which also passes through the Savannah region, from Junction to the Solar area, it's also deteriorated, even though these roads were made recently, but they are in very terrible shape. When you come to the northern region, northern region, partly they are lucky because to all the district capitals, most of them are tarred roads. But even though they are tarred roads, we have some that are not too good. There are potholes in there, which makes it very difficult and risky to drive on. Somewhere like the Katali Road that was constructed recently, you pass through it and you still have potholes in there. Even though the road is not up to 7 years, I should say, or 6 years, we have patches that are terrible to drive on. When you come to the town itself, there are some areas that when it rains, you can't pass. There are some roads that are very terrible. So to the various districts, you can pass through, though some are not too good, but they are able to use them like that. But when you get to the various districts, any other road that is moving to any community is not tarred. And during the rainy season, these people are cut off. Now, if you are moving from the Wapuli area to Chiriponi, Normally during the rainy season, those people are cut out of the rest of the region until the rains are over, then they can go. And the Saboba Yendi Road, that is also another issue. Anytime the rains come, the bridge there floods, you can't cross to the other side. We have had situations where junior high school students could not write exams because they could not cross to the other side to write their examination. And so we have had issues of terrible routes in some parts of the northern region. Now, what we are being told now is that with the big push, we are told that the Bolga-Tamale road is part of the big push. The Yendi-Saboba road is also part of the big push. The Tolong-Daboya road is also part of the big push. And the Kanvle Link Road is also part of the big push. For the Kanvle Link Road, I know they are doing some construction work on it. On the Saboba Road, I know they are working on the bridge, which I'm told is part of the big push. But the roads themselves have not started yet. The Bolga Road, we are yet to see them start work on that one too. The Daboya one, I'm not too sure of, but I'm told that somebody said they are about working on the bridge. So largely, the northern region, they are roads, but that is to the various districts. Any other linking road to communities are very terrible. Even just close by here, Tamale South, apart from the town center, any other road during the rainy season, most of them are unable to come into town. And just last year, we did several roads from that place where people were cut off from the regional capital because the roads are terrible.
Okay. How about Tamale to Yendi?
Tamale to Yendi, they just completed that road, I think, about last year. So you are able to do probably an hour and half, depending on the vehicle you are using to Yendi.
Okay. And you say that, from the regional capital to the districts, the roads are good, but when you get to the district, to the other towns, the roads are bad, and sometimes when it rains, it's very difficult to use these roads. We thought that the District Road Improvement Program, DRIP, they have all of these machines. Haven't they been using it to smoothen the road to ensure that the vehicles are able to use the roads? So
now what they do is they just come in, open up the road, and then they are gone. Nothing on it to sustain it. So when the rains come, they wash it off. My neighborhood, for instance, last year, they came and opened up the place, and then that was it. They destroyed pipelines and all that and left. Now, when the rains came in, they washed off all the sand, and then you can't drive in, you can't drive out. It is during the raining, and during the rainy season, it's so during the dry season, it's so dusty. You can't wear a white shirt from my area into town without getting dirty before you get into town. Just because they just open it out, they don't do anything on it, and then that is all.
Well, Martina, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're very grateful. We'll come back to you for details subsequently.
You're welcome, Winston.
Well, that's Martina Bugri, our Northern Regional Correspondent, sharing the state of the roads in the Northern region with us. Let's get to the Central region where Abigail Issel and Nkrumah is. Abigail, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
Great, Abigail. So, in the Central region, we know that Kaswa to Winneba road is one that many of the people talk about. But beyond this road, what is the state of roads? What's the state of roads in the Central region?
So we know that Kaswa-Winneba Road is under construction.
Yes.
And honestly, usually from Accra to say Elmina or to Cape Coast, usually takes about 3 hours. But because of the construction and now because the road has become narrow, before that it was a double road, so you have like cars moving on different parts of the road. But because of the construction, they try to construct one side So the drivers were using one side of the road, and now that they moved to the other side, they're using one side, and it has caused a lot of traffic, especially when you get to Winneba Junction. So you have cars coming out of the Winneba station, and then we have cars moving on the main road, and it causes a lot of traffic. Yesterday, I did speak to some people, and they tell me that trips that usually take about 15 to 20 minutes now takes close to an hour or more before you complete, and it's very worrying, particularly for students who are using that road to school, UEW and also UCC, and then the other tertiary and secondary institutions in the region. Now, when we come to the various communities within the region, we have some very, very, very terrible roads, internal road networks within the communities. For instance, in my area, since I moved here, I've never seen any construction vehicle or any personnel from anywhere trying to fix the road. So when it rains, you can't, especially if you don't have a car.
Where's your area? Abigail, where's your area?
I live in Elmina, an area called Broinzima Estate.
Okay.
And since I moved here about 6 years ago, I've never seen any construction on the road. So we have a dusty road, and then when it rains, if you don't have a car, it's terrible. You can't use the road. You'd have to find a way to get to the main road to get the cars wherever you're going to. And now we have these tipper trucks using this same road. So usually, before that, it was just taxis, so we could manage. But because now we have tipper trucks also using the road, it has become worse. So when it rains, you have these like very huge potholes. And if you're walking on the road, you can't use the road like when you're walking unless you get a car. And it's not easy to get a car where I am. So it becomes terrible, especially if you have to go to work and you don't have a car. You can't use the road when it rains, and it's terrible. We've made some complaints to some, authorities here, but still nothing has been done. It was quite recently that we saw them, using water tankers to spray water on the road so that it will control the dust. But aside that, no construction has been done, and the neighborhood is really stressed about the bad route. But we know that the main road, the Winneba Kaswa Road, straight to Takra, is right now under construction. And now the major issue is the dust and also the traffic on the road. It's terrible for commuters and drivers as well.
Okay. How about the Winneba Junction to Swedro Road?
Yeah, so that is currently, before initially it was just one part that they were fixing. Now they've moved to the other part. So when you have cars coming from Swedro and you have cars coming from within Winneba, when they meet at the junction, there's a lot of traffic because now you are using just one side of the road. So you have cars coming from different directions, and there's a lot of traffic. I know that recently they had security agencies on the road to, control traffic. So the situation maybe is now under control, but still the traffic is terrible, and people are complaining. Students, commuters, workers are complaining that trips that take shorter amount of time initially now take longer hours. And some of them also say they have to take different attires, like have at least extra clothes in their bag, because by the time they get to where they are going to, they're already dirty. So they have to change. And those who also sit at the roadside to sell are also complaining about the dust. You find a lot of them wearing nose masks now because of the dust due to the construction of the road.
All right, Abigail, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're very grateful to you, Abigail.
You're welcome.
So that's Abigail Isel Nkrumah, our Central Regional Correspondent, telling us about the Kaswa Winneba Road. That's a major problem.
Yeah.
And I use that road because if I'm going to my hometown and I intend to drive, you can only go through that stretch.
I'm giving you an alternative, but you don't seem to want.
Very bad. It's very, very bad.
Use the Bodrasi Road.
Yes, the Bodrasi through Swedro. And, you can use that also. And last time I went to Swedro, I used the Kaswa through Bodrasi. It was good, driving on that stretch. That's a good road. So you could use that one. But the challenge with the Kaswa Winneba, they're working on both sides. It's not like they're working on one side. They're working on both sides. So you get there, and the dust, sometimes you don't see anything, but then the next moment you just climb a ramp and then it throws you off balance, and then It's something we need to work on.
Anyway, Martina mentioned the Tamale Yendi Road. You asked her about it, and she said it's a great road. I've used it several times. It's fantastic. I love it. It's about 90 to 100 kilometers. But I would suggest that we pay attention to regular maintenance because the surface finishing is not one I would say is very high quality surface finishing that will go beyond 4 years. Okay. In about 4 years, we'll have problems. I have used Bimbila to Yendi, for example. Bimbila to Yendi is what you would call first class. If you brought Formula 1 cars and you put them on the Bimbila to Yendi road, they will travel with no problems. It's not the same for Yendi to Tamale. So when I'm doing Bimbila to Yendi, there are certain spots, depending on the car I drive, sometimes I can even push to 180. And it's a safe 180, not a risky 180.
180?
I'm telling you. Because you get to a certain point and it's straight, the road is proper asphalt, all the drainage has been done. No, and I'm going to say this advisedly, no speed ramp, no annoying speed ramp, nothing. So you can actually take your time and go into proper cruise control on the Bimbila Yendi road. For me, at the moment in Ghana, it's my best road in Ghana now. But Yendi Tamale, the finishing is not up there compared to Bimbila Yendi.
Okay.
It's a 100-kilometer road. We've spent a lot of money to do the drainage, to do the sub. So basically, the foundation of the road was very well done. But I think the final ceiling could have been a little up there so that it will extend the lifespan of that particular road.
Okay.
It's the same thing we did with the Western Corridor, the Winchi to Solar Road, for example. We did a good job with the base, everything. But the actual finishing, you understand?
Yeah, but that one we can always go back and work on it.
We can always go back and work on it, but we hardly go back and work on them. So you do a patch here, and before you know, a road that should give you a designed lifespan of, say, 20 years, 15, 20 years. In some 10 years, it's almost deteriorated and you have to go and redo the whole thing. That is something we need to really look at. And there's something to be said about those in the forested areas. Kumasi, the BA areas. If you live along the coast, your wind action actually helps when it comes to the dust. Okay? So those on the Kaswa Road, those in Dawenya and all those things, you realize that wind speeds are around 20 to 30 kilometers sometimes. So it can blow some of the dust into further areas. But those in the forested areas, the wind speed is like 5, 7, 10 kilometers at most. So when there is dust in a local area, majority of the dust settles there. So they suffer more from respiratory and related matters. So if you're a contractor and you're working in that area, Ministry of Roads, Urban Roads, Highways, you need to ensure that whatever they have to do to suppress dust, they do that continuously. It is not an activity they should be doing every now and again because they live in different areas. And I have traveled. Aside the Wa to Tumu areas, every other part of the country, I have traveled extensively over the past 3-4 years. I think I've driven on almost every road in the country. And there's a lot more that needs to be done. Big push, for example, this Winchi Wa road, we cut the sod on the 5th of November 2025 for that particular road. And when we were talking to Rafik, he says he's not seen any active work on it. And for me, I think that before you cut the sod, you'd have done your feasibility, you'd have done your financial preparation, you'd have done everything. So as soon as you cut the sod, 2-3 weeks, we see work being done. We cut the sod in November. December has passed, 2nd week of January, and we are not seeing any active. So I think that politically, when we decide to undertake projects, we don't go and cut the sod to do Adanko Dadadre. You need to have prepared extensively for the project. So you cut the sod, it symbolizes the commencement of the project. So you must see actual work being done. We cut the sod for Wa Boga Road, like Rafik was saying, like 2 or so years ago. We said we were going to do it. I don't know whether actual sod cutting was done, but we went to promise the people. It's not been done.
Well, we kept cutting sword for the motorway until it started somewhere in 2020.
Yeah, so
that's our problem as a country.
So we need to, as a matter of showing respect for the citizenry, if you want to do a project, you should have done all the planning and be ready to actually work. So if even before you cut the sword, contractor would have mobilized earth moving machines on site. So as soon as you cut the sword, excavators are working, bulldozers are clearing, whatever is, so that people know that we are prepared and we are ready to do this. You don't cut the sword and 2 months after we are not seeing proper active functional mobilization. I don't think that's the way we should approach building the future of the country and putting functional infrastructure in place for people.
Great. When we return after these messages, many of you are sending in your thoughts, messages via WhatsApp on 055-111-1997. We'll share all of them after these.
Asampaetia Obanyansafo so obunuye wonka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Omani ya memana Yenyi baby ako Wacha ya wareni Wonsom wanyinyi pa Asade pa wofyoye Yamo yambera ye Ebe ya ifuyena Oman ya umano Oman ya memana Adi waya no ya Nyamichada Yemana renya Wanso wanyinyi pa Sawa ya wanabe Yamo yambera ye Ebe ya ifuyena Wanso wanyinyi pa Nasa pa ofyoyo Yamo yambera ye Ebe ya ifuyena Ama be ya ifuyena Ama be yo Asite be ya ifuyena Oh Ama be ya ifuyena Yena Yamo yambera ye Ebe ya Obrani warabo Ama be ya ifuyena Eminowa Yamo yambera ye Ebe ya ifuyena Rese Ama be ya ifuyena Obraya bwe sabe ya ifuyena ro Ao Ama be ya ifuyena Yamo yambera ye Ebe ya
And it's a woman, oh, be a cousin of quine, and a cross, a quine, also a quine, okay, say, I'm sure no wakuma, who played memono, apart from the classic burial, no, or can't see in say, and the cuckoo, 3 months to be a mechanic, like I said, or shocks, no, almost be the mountain top. Actually, shocks, the cuckoo, and the boss was to him. Yeah, can I say, a buying of who say, Obia complaining and quanya, monte, offensive in the feed ye, a draw babayano. No, so you'll be a quine mano. They are to say, why, depression no good crowd to meet Kumye, ye depressed the crowd. Ye be a baby, and I'll be great when we ask so. Yes, why?
Thank you.
With regard to the Boli Bomboy Road, in fact, the road is not bad. I wouldn't call it a bad road. I would call it a killer road. A journey that is supposed to take you less than 10 hours if you are driving yourself. Trust me, you today, seniors, it will take you 19 solid hours if you are using V8. I use this road at least twice in a month from Accra to Wa.
Okay.
And I'm challenging Girl FM. Girl FM is the best radio station in Ghana and beyond. Let your media people, your colleagues do a news assessment on that road with V8. It will take you 90 solid hours with V8. And one surprising thing, if you are using VIP, you get there earlier than the V8. because they know the roads very well. They take 17, 18 hours. But if you are using V8, 19 solid hours, I'm challenging. I mean, Joy FM. Let somebody come and tell me that I am lying.
Shira, Amani Paya, the Foa, and Yanum, and Fanya Mistroya, Jumana, Yami Besrayan, Abraya Boya, and Moyamurae, Abeya, Efrianara, Amabaya, Efrianara, Ejanova Pofo, Asitrebaya, Efrianara, Zamjabwe, Amabaya, Efrianara.
New year, new goals, new beginnings. Admissions are now open for our January intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class learning, vibrant campus life, and a global community, all in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Start your journey with Lancaster University, Ghana. Apply today and shape the future you've been dreaming of.
From Accra to Paris and now to London, Nana Amoah presents Women of Valor London 2026 under the theme The Pursuit of Fearlessness. Come and listen to actress and television presenter Nana McBrown from Ghana, actress Kate Henshaw from Nigeria, Leslie Batchelor, CEO of Export Boot Camps and former Director General UK Institute of Export and International Trade from the UK, Deborah Shanley, survivor of sexual abuse from the USA, and from France, Clarisse Magnan, senior partner and managing director of McKinsey France. Join us on 7th March 2026 at the London Hilton on Park Lane. Call 0556 749872 or 0551 557700 for our travel package. Visit www.womenofvalor.co for more details. Women of Valor London 2026 is in association with ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, Goldport Jewelry, Lexus Global, Travel Wings, and Joy 99.7 FM.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Jack was on his way home. Just another evening drive. Lorraine was crossing the street. Just another walk to the shop. But in a split second, everything changed. One moment could save a life. Accidents keep rising and casualties keep climbing, leaving families in pain. Remember, avoid drinking and driving. Wear your seatbelts, helmets, and look both ways before crossing. Road safety is in your hands. The Road Safety Campaign is brought to you by Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. App Bako Services Bebre, Universal Motors Limited, driving trust, delivering excellence, and powered by Joy FM, Adum FM, Asempa FM, Hits FM, Joy News, and Joy Prime.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
They call me the mighty rule. How you living? It's real.
Keep the frequency clear.
I want to ask all my gangsters the real question. Holla back. What do you do when fit at you?
Clap back, we gon' clap back. We gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
Let's take it to
Joy 99.7 FM.
Clap back, we gon' clap back. We gon' 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 clap back, we gon' clap back.
When they hollering about rule, here's the real. I pop the top like champagne bottles to chill or nothing.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You respect that or get your mind around and get it pushed back. Y'all don't want that. I send them to the morgue while keeping my bouncing for sure. In the club with no gun, got them taking it off.
Can't help that.
I'm the that puts it down once I hit. That's it, I'm up in the mind. Axing them home in the throwback. West 44 Lakers, let's make no mistakes when these F's take place. What's the procedure with a gun in your face when you got one in your
Joy
face?
99.7 FM.
Clap back, we gon' clap back. We gon' clap back.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us on this morning show on Joy 99.7 FM. Very soon, our friends from Rosebank International University will be joining us here on the Super Morning Show. But look, if you need fuel, then make that smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, Star Oil gives you high quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. That's why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with a Star card, you can enjoy safe cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. So wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuel.
And Kingdom Books is still making it very, very, very convenient for you to shop, to get your equipment, furniture, office essentials from one place. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com. You don't need to physically go there. Just go online, kingdomstoreonline.com. They will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time, and they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Yellow Ghana, if you're a business owner looking for a smarter way to keep an eye on your shop, restaurant, office, or warehouse anytime, anywhere, then MTN Business Eye is here for you. Keep your business secure anytime, anywhere with MTN Business Eye, which is the smart surveillance solution that gives you total visibility and control. It's powered by Wi-Fi, SIM connectivity, cloud storage, and solar energy. So your security never sleeps, even when the lights go out. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, real-time alerts, two-way audio, and reliable backup, all at affordable rates. Dial *5060# and keep your business in sight always with MTN Business Eye. MTN is everywhere you go.
There is no watchman better than MTN security.
No.
Business Eye 247.
Sharp.
Yes, wherever you are around
Sharp.
the world, you see.
Sharp.
Yes. You have to get it. Yes. Now let me tell you about Central University. They are inviting prospective applicants to apply for admission to the 2025-2026 academic year. And at Central University, they believe that aligning who you are with what they do is at the heart of your academic journey. Okay, so it goes beyond the classroom, and they are currently admitting students for the following programs: IT and engineering, architecture, design, planning, business, economics, communication, pharmacy, nursing, public health, law, psychology, social work, and they also have diplomas as well. Diploma programs for applicants whose results do not qualify them for undergraduate degree programs. If you also want to enroll in their graduate programs, there is a PhD finance, and there is also MBAs, MPhils, MScs, and MA programs available for you. If you're a WASI applicant, try their program eligibility checker on their website to assess your eligibility for any of the undergraduate programs. And no matter where your dreams are headed, Central University is where they begin. Central University, raising virtuous and transformational leaders for our world.
Lots of your messages, and Kojo,
yes,
JD Aqua is talking about the Bogoso to Prestia Road. It is very terrible, and he says, Kojo, I don't think you've traveled on this road before.
I have.
You will cry for us.
I have.
Bogoso to Prestia Road.
I have used the Bogoso to Prestia Road. In fact, the day we used the Bogoso to Prestia Road, I was driving a Prado, and there was a Land Cruiser ahead of me. We were a convoy, and his rear tire kicked a stone, and it landed straight on my windscreen. Bruh. That particular day, I lost the windscreen and the side mirror. Some other guy also overtaken also sent some stones flying my way. So when we got to Sunyani, I changed my side mirror, and then they used sellotape and other things to hold the windscreen in so that I could bring it to Accra Boko to get it done.
Yeah, but if you're dreaming about world-class education, start living it, because Rosebank International University College, and they're joining us shortly, delivers global higher education to you right here in Ghana. Now, they are fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, and Ghana's GTech. Now, their international alliances with City and Guilds UK, Capsicum, Culinary Studio, unlock doors worldwide. Ready to lead in supply chain management, master the culinary art, or innovate with digital marketing and IT business systems, then enjoy premier education and world-class facilities at Rosebank International University College. Choose from a wide range of qualifications from diplomas, undergraduate to postgraduate degrees like their DBA, MBA, MSc, and MPhil. Admissions are open for January 2026, so visit their campus at the iconic Opebia House, Airport, Accra, or apply online riuc.edu.gh or call 0307 007800. Rosebank International University College, fast track your global career.
I like to welcome all my to the world famous Murder Inc. show. They call me the Mighty Rule. How you living? It's real, be talking. I wanna ask all my gangsters the real question. Holla back. What do you do when fit at you?
Clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
Let's take him to war.
Clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
Take him to war.
Clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
Let's take him to war.
Clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
When they hollering about rule, here's the real. I pop the top like champagne bottles to chill or nothing but ice. Now I send it up to the greatest and tell them I'm nice too. Plus push some nice groups and ink roll like deuce, man. I'm OG Bobby J, and we slinging soccer fields, yeah. You respect that, or get your mind around and get it pushed back. Y'all don't want that. I send them to the morgue while keeping my bouncing for sure in the club with no gun.
Joy 99.7 FM.
That puts it down once I hit. That's it, I'm up in the mind. Axing them home in the throwback. West 44 Lakers, let's make no mistakes when these F's take place. What's the procedure with a gun in your face when you got one in your waist? Keep that frequency clear.
Clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
Let's take him to war.
Clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back, we gon' clap back.
Every morning you wake up to the Super Morning Show. 99.7, that's the way to go. And when you're feeling down, Joy will pick you up. That's what we're here for. Keep tuning in for sure. It's the Super Morning Show. It's the Super Morning Show. Joy gives joy, don't you know? It's a super morning show. 99.7, 99.7. Joy gives joy, don't you know? It's a super morning show. 99.7, 99.7. Joy gives joy, don't you know? It's a super morning show. 99.7, super morning show. Joy gives joy, don't you know? It's a super morning show. 99.7, 99.7. It's the super morning show.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Yeah. It's off for the money about come on my way. Go.
Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Yeah, be Obi Antone Coalition.
What else?
Body. Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Go.
Memma woni pe bi embu abonfia ahopopro mo ye nyina bo huntia oye wo tamfo ja no manimvia yembu amu amunsi na bumpe
se wo pe mo anyo menyina edi na nyame ni awaka no ne bebe mo se wo ma usa swa bi ponyina tutu so my party don't lose God can walk for my door everybody singing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Everybody singing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Make we sing oh. Oh yeah. I say let me sing oh. Oh yeah.
Na mu fisa me hwiase. Me koya masamba. Che. Ahokyere kakra be fa mu nti ne wo mo se ma wai me ni dama. Woni na ewuo no. Na mu fisa me yesansani. Hwe. Uhumia na wo ye ma hyew afede weni bɔ me so pɛ na wo se hwan poni na ne nyame ne nsa no afede wo hu me tutu mana mo se me ye jonki ne sabu su bu kebi shame on you too afede me hu se me makobole yonki hwe no hwe ne mu se monkey if I check I dey see say you dey hungry why you yanka wo da so sharp boski me wu ye de na ne nyame te ase wo ne menye pɛ wo bia ne viase.
Still have you on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Before the musical break, I told you that our friends from Rosebank International University are going to be joining us for a conversation. And Enoch J is sales manager at Rosebank International University College. Now he's joined us in studio to have a conversation and tell us why you should be applying to be part of the January 2026 intake. Enoch, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
I believe you're doing very well. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
Great. So let's talk about Rosebank International University College. First of all, tell us a bit about Rosebank International University College. For those who do not know much about Rosebank, what's Rosebank International University College?
Okay, so Rosebank International University College is a brand of the Advitech Group. When we say Advitech Group, is the largest private education provider in Africa.
Okay.
One may ask, why do you say so? We have 146 schools across 5 African countries.
Okay.
We are in Kenya, we are in Botswana, we are in Ethiopia, we are in South Africa, and now we are in Ghana.
Okay.
And in Ghana, we are here as Rosebank International University College.
Okay.
We started in South Africa in 1909. So meaning we are very, very old. So you can't talk about education in Africa without talking about Rosebank International University College. And the fascinating thing is that Rosebank is partly owned by the World Bank through the International Finance Corporation. So I say when you join Rosebank, you are not joining a sinking ship. Because we will sail you to your destination. Yeah. And we are located at the iconic Opebia. So the iconic Opebia house is currently Rosebank International University College at the airport commercial.
Sure. I mean, you've talked about partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. And so when you're joining the institution that would get you there. Beyond that, why Rosebank International University College?
Okay, so one thing that, or the things that you're supposed to look out to if you're looking for tertiary education in Ghana or Africa is the accreditation. And Rosebank internationally, we are accredited by a lot of credible institutions. That is the British Accreditation Council in UK, Capsicum Culinary Studios in South Africa, South African Qualification Authority, and also in Ghana, local legitimacy-wise, we have been accredited by JTEC. So when you come to Rosebank, the certificate you are getting is locally recognized and internationally as well. We are also affiliated to the European Union. So when you come to Rosebank International University College after graduation, if you want to travel to Europe, to any European countries, you don't need to go through the hassle of evaluating your certificates because we are already known. So these are reasons why that if we're choosing a tertiary institution, you don't have to forget Rosebank because it's the right place to go.
Yeah.
And also our program seems to bridge the gap between academia and industry.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people are doing theoretical works and all that, and I mean, we do hear this saying that, oh, what is studied in school is not what happens at our workplaces. But at Rosebank, if you look at our programs, you see that they are tailor-made practical programs. So once you finish and you are going to work in an industry, it is easy for you to assimilate into the industry because there is no way you're going to struggle because you're not doing only theoretical. We combine both theory and then practical. So when we start talking about our program, you get to see that they are very unique. I mean, we are the only school in Ghana and West Africa that runs such programs. You will never see such.
Talking about programs, tell us the programs on offer at Rosebank International University College.
So currently we are running 3 faculties. We have commerce, we have ICT, and then we have hospitality.
Okay.
At commerce, we have postgraduate programs such as Doctor of Business Administration. You know, recently GTech has been chasing people about their doctorate. If you come to Rosebank to, offer DBA, that is Doctor of Business Administration, you are good to go. You are safe. You are going to get your doctorate within 3 years, maximum 4 years. You are good to go. We have Master of Business Administration with 11 specialization, not the usual MBA that you know.
What are those specializations?
We have agribusiness, we have sustainability, we have renewable energy, we have digital business, we have innovation management, we have venture creation. This is what I talk about when we say practical wise. We are bridging the gap between academia. So once you finish, we are looking at what is lacking out there that we can educate people on so that they can also empower society and then eradicate unemployment. Okay. That is why we run such specialization. We have Master of Philosophy and Master of Science in Digital Marketing. You know, the order of the day is digitally. We are going digital. So if you want to apply for any program in the marketing field, something that you should consider is digital marketing, and we do it best at Rosebank. We also have Bachelor of Commerce in Supply Chain Management. This supply chain management has 8 specialized custom-related courses. So you are not learning the generic supply chain that all schools are doing. We have specialized programs, which is to solve your needs and also train you on what industry is expecting. We have digital retail entrepreneurship. One thing I normally say is that back in the day, our parents who used to say, if you go to somebody's house and they give you food, don't eat, right? Because you're afraid of poison, you're afraid of wizard, witches. But now what do? You sit at the comfort of your home, your office, you pick your phone, you go to an app, you order food. Unknown chef will cook the food for you. A rider will deliver. You don't even pray, you eat. You are no more afraid of witches and wizard. Why? Because things are changing. That is why we are running programs such as digital retail entrepreneurship. To training in digital trade, e-commerce, what is happening out there in terms of digitally, how to create business for yourself.
Let's look at student life at Rosebank. And for instance, how is student life? If I am coming from a place outside Accra, how about student accommodation? Would I get accommodation?
Yes. So we've partnered with various hostel managers. So we have hostels at various points. We have some at East Legon, we have Osu, we have Airport, depending on your preference. We have hostels for students who want air conditioning, who want fan, depending on your preference. So we have all these available for students who will be coming outside Accra.
And the general student life at Rosebank, how's that like?
So we have extracurricular activities. At Rosebank, we believe in student wellness. So we have student wellness center. We have psychologists on campus who are going to help you, psych you in terms of problem. We have student advisors on campus who even guide you through your academic journey. If you want any help in terms of program selection and all that, we are there for you. So Rosebank, we are open to make student life very easy and then also lively on campus for our students.
How about tuition, the tuition fee? Because that's, everything you've talked about, at the end of the day, if we decide to be at Rosebank, we need to pay.
Yeah.
How affordable is the tuition fee?
Very, 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 very affordable. If you visit Rosebank, you will see that we have state-of-the-art facilities there. And looking at our school fees, we are the only school in Ghana that give you the opportunity to pay 10% and spread the remaining balance in 10 monthly installment.
Okay.
It doesn't happen.
That's a good one.
Exactly. And our school fees is very, very affordable. So anybody can also afford it because just pay 10%, come to the school every month, you pay a token, every month you pay a token. Before you realize in 10 months, you are done paying your school fees without hassle. So you're not supposed to pay it at once and then struggle. If you want to pay it at once, we give you the opportunity to have 13% discount of the school fees, which makes it very easy for almost everyone to afford Rosebank.
Okay. So beyond the world-class learning facilities, what other opportunities exist for students?
So we have internship opportunities. As I stated earlier, Rosebank is a South African brand.
Yeah.
So majority of the big industries or the industry players in Africa, some of them come from South Africa. If you talk about the finance side, the South African companies are there. You talk about the hospitality side, which we pride ourselves on having the biggest culinary studio in West Africa. South African companies are there. And we have partnership with all these companies where students can go for internship throughout your 4-year journey. We also have diploma programs 1 year. As far as the culinary session is concerned, we have degree in hospitality management. We have business information system under ICT. We have computer application development. We have computer information sciences. All these are programs that we run at our various faculties. That is the commerce, ICT, and then the hospitality.
Great. So for that person listening to us now, Enoch J, sales manager, Rosebank International University College, why should he or she choose Rosebank International University College?
Come to Rosebank because accreditation-wise we are there, both locally and internationally. We've been in the system for more than 100 years. South Africa alone, we have 9 campuses and about 46,000 students. This shows that credibility-wise we are on top. And also you can go for exchange program in SA because our mother institution in SA. So if you come to Rosebank and read any degree program, you can go there, go and experience the life in SA, cultural wise. You also study how they behave and also get some knowledge and come back to Ghana and also impact your community. So when you come there, we say you are joining the safe ship. So don't look further. Just come to Rosebank, affordable school fees, and also our admission requirement cut across. So if you have WASI, if you have SSC, if you are O-level, if you are A-level student, even if you are 25 years and above, you also qualify to apply as a mature student. You have diploma, you have HND, you qualify to apply for our bachelor's degree programs.
Let's look at the admission process. How do I apply?
So very easy. We've made it seamless. Just log on to our website, www.riuc.edu.gh. Once it's open on any browser, once it's open, you will see an apply sign on the website. Just click on it. A pop-up menu will appear. Just follow the process. All you need is if you are applying for a degree, your certificate, and then your Ghana card. If you are applying for a master's degree, your certificate, transcript, your Ghana card. If it's doctorate, certificate of both bachelor's and a master's, your CV, your motivation letter, and then you apply. Or you can also call us. We have student advisors available who can assist you 24/7 to apply, and then they can also assist you through that process, which is very, very seamless.
Oh, okay. So how do I call? What numbers do I call to get to reach these student advisors?
So you can call, if we're outside Ghana, +233 307 007 800, or you can call 0245 995544 0245 995544, and they will attend to you.
And okay, Jay, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning to tell us more about Rosebank International University. I'm currently on your website.
Okay.
I see the accredited programs, Faculty of Commerce, so Doctor of Business Administration, the MBA, becoming Supply Chain Management, becoming Digital Retail Entrepreneurship, Master of Science in Digital Marketing, MPhil in Digital Marketing. Okay. I see them. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you. I'll be expecting you to also come in, offer our DBA program as well. And you will love it.
The DBA program, eh?
Yes.
Well, not bad. Let's see how it goes. Okay.
All right.
Thank you very, very much, Enoch. Sales Manager, Rosebank International University College. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm Winston Amoah. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Highly spiritual. Oh, you're coming over because you're tough. When the baby then I was saying capture. You say, Papa, when you know I'm a citizen. I saw me done for God, now I am say, yeah. I got it so wrong, it's so hard. Even if you be that bad, I don't need no. Let's see, I'm a lesson. Make me cover, make me suffer, make me cry.
pricing. On my gecko, used to starve, but now we get options. Get to silence, sometimes it is such a things are going and I'm taking my lessons. See me down, to me down. Try to keep your one eye open. Left eye closed and the right eye working. One eye open, no. See me down, to me down. Keep your one eye open. One eye open, one eye open, one eye open, no. I live in a city of police. I know they trying to be one of them sillies. I test my cities, I pay my gunny, and I tread carefully. Some people attacking me round, skipping it cool, stay man, kasa. I keep on balling in pain, I keep on balling in red masala. Some people who asking me Zaza, sending me dollar, or sending me Zaza, messaging me flowers, so asking me half to me the desire, oh, see me from down. Some people who asking me Zaza, sending me dollar, or sending me Zaza, messaging me flowers, so asking me half to me the desire, oh, see me from down.
Music from Black Sherry. Keep one eye open. And in certain places, you have to keep both eyes open, or you get the MTN eye, the MTN business eye.
Oh yes, get that one and deal with your business easily. You have to, yes, you know, in our part of the world, you must always have one eye open.
But sometimes when the eye is open, no, you blink, no, they steal you.
Sharp, you're gone.
Yes.
It's always a problem. So you need the MTN business eye to make sure that you just have *5060#. Make sure that everything is working for you. Black Sheriff, Black Hole. It's like our biggest export today. I mean, when it comes to music.
Usually I have to go get the lyrics. I have to go online to read the lyrics to get what he's saying.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they found a nice way of singing in a way that you can't understand.
But after reading the lyrics, I appreciate the music even better.
Yeah, he's got very great lyrics.
Yeah.
It's just like today. I mean, do you hear Last Mid when he sings?
Last Mid, yeah.
Daddy Lumba, before his death, started, you know, telling us what he meant in all his songs.
Oh, Charlie.
Because it was always difficult to understand what he was actually communicating.
Oh, he'll Wendy Shea.
Wendy Shea.
Oh, no, Tunyaweti.
Oh, when you shade your that's the TGMA Artist of the Year.
Yes, my Artist of the Year.
She has to win. She has to win.
Yeah.
She has to win. She's the Artist of the Year. She just won the Afrima, West Africa.
Wendy Shea for Artist of the Year.
Oh, yeah. Wendy Shea. Shea Gang.
On behalf of Shea Gang, yes.
Anyway, lots of your messages though. This one says we're in 2026 and we are still struggling with good and quality roads. Is this going to be our conversation every year? Winston, what Engineer Mahama spoke about last week. A track has broken down under the Fiesta Royal Hotel traffic light. They're fixing the track right there. I could see fuel being spilled on the road. It is just disheartening. Meanwhile, the amount of money wasted and stolen throughout the years. Let me begin to relocate to Burkina Faso. Anthony, with this one. This one said, why has the pavement meant for pedestrians to walk on turn into markets? Okada riders too are taking up spaces together with stationed vehicles. Now, Mansour in Winneba says, Winston, I live in Winneba near the veterinary. It is terrible when it rains. Students wear black polythene bags on their feet before they're able to walk a portion of the road to get to the main road to board a taxi. And for pupils, the least said, the better. Okay. This one from Gideon, Akotse Junction, says, good morning, Winston Akoto. I think you and your team have been selective on your reportage with regards to the Akaswa Winneba Road. Yes, there are bottlenecks, but you can see visible rapid progress. Goma Potson to Ochereko has seen asphalt overlay on both sides, with one side of the road opened and open to movement. That's Gideon. Now, this one, a very long one, says, hi, I'm a concerned citizen of this republic. I found myself in a central region of Ghana, Winneba to be precise. The road that is being constructed at Winneba is a good initiative, but we all know the problems that come with that. I want us to shift our attention from that road to another major one in Winneba. This road is what is usually used as an alternative route if there's probably an accident or an issue that prevents road users from entering Winneba town itself. This is the Atei-2 road. It's a road that links the Winneba communities. It even has a route through the Osubon Penin to Sachel community to Accra Road. Oh, I mean, it's an important road, but unfortunately it's like we aren't taking it seriously. The road has been constructed from the junction to the police station of Jatakrum, but Atei-2 has been left out. The dust is crazy, especially for those who live close to the road. The businesswomen go through a lot. It's terrible. Every election year, they pour sun on it and pretend to be working on it, but right after the elections, we go back to square one. It's a problem, Pa. The dust is terrible, as I said earlier. We hope our concerns will eventually be taken into consideration. Good morning to the team. Good morning to you also.
Yeah, this one says, Masa, as for that our road, dear, stop! I was in Sunyani, went to Techiman, Wenchi, Bamboy, Bole, Solawa. It's just crazy. As we speak, I'm in Sunyani now. I went to Techiman, and I had to return through the Techiman Tia to Duaya Encounter Road. But that's a Francho to Techiman Tia, Bichim or Duaya Encounter, whichever turn you take. It's a sweet road. It's a sweet road. It's my version of the Bimbila Yindi Road in the Bono region. Very, very, very sweet road. It goes from, so on your way from Kumasi to Sunyani, when you get to Bichim, you take a right. You drive past the place they recently cut a sword for the poultry processing plant. And then you just keep going. It's just a sweet road. Nothing bad about the road. Perfect road. Yeah, Winston.
Great. I think we can do more of the messages here on the Super Morning Show. Many of you sending your messages to us. Kofi Ewa says, for more than 3 weeks now, water is not flowing in Kaswa and its environs. Ezula Mensa says, since 8 weeks and ongoing. Teshi Rasta, today I have to call the tanker. It cost me more than 6 months tap water. Then George Nunu says, just as you reported on your network this morning, Teshi doesn't have water for the past 3 weeks. Joseph Agbeko says, very bad. The toothless PURC only knows how to increase tariff, but can't ensure that the utility companies deliver. Earlier, many of you are sending messages about your tap water. This one says, good morning, Winston and the team. Thank you for a wonderful selfless service to Mother Ghana. I'm Togbe Adevu. I reside in Dowenya, precisely at a suburb known as Old Boys or Methodist Junction. Our tap stopped flowing for 3 weeks now. The 4th week has started, and there's no sign that the taps will flow anytime soon. Moreover, there's no communication from authorities as to what the challenge is. Please highlight our case for us. Richmond says, good morning, wonderful guys. I live at Majo, and we are supposed to receive water through our taps every Wednesday, but most of the times we don't get the water. When you call, then you hear all kinds of unnecessary excuses. I just don't understand. Please help. Okay, it would help. This one says, Dowenya Savannah Dome Estate gets water every 4 weeks from Nick. And Emmanuel from Wija Botiano says, at our area, every week the taps are closed from Monday and open on Thursday. Okay, that's water rationing. Nana in Sakmono says, please, it's equally bad at Nungwa. And let them know. Good morning. Thanks. Then this one says, good morning. Water problem is very, very bad at Nkonya in the OT region. Please help us tell Ghana Water Kwando that we're begging them to do something about it. The issue at Banyam Tamale is also terrible. Over a year now, no water.
Hey.
Yes, over a year. Yes. Nanaya from Lashibi says, good morning, team. Water is seriously being rationed here in Sakumono and Lashibi. This has been going on since July 2025. We are forced to augment with water supply from tankers, and a 2,000 liter can cost as much as 500. Imagine using a tank every week. Nanaya from Lashibi. Okay, I think that's this one. Says, good morning, Super Morning Show. Ghana Water Company was part of water supply arrangement to citizens during the COVID-19 period, which involved larger numbers. Why can't they adopt similar method to supply water to the affected areas this time around?
Why?
No excuse. Those in charge should wake up from their slumber. Felix Owusu in Tepa. Okay, so if you use that same approach during COVID-19, you might as well go back to it because it worked. So why can't you do that?
And this is really a public health thing, eh? It's a public health thing. People don't have water for basic things, and we shouldn't sit down unconcerned. And it doesn't take going to Mars to fix this. All the raw water is here, and moving the raw water from wherever it is to our homes shouldn't be an engineering impossibility we cannot solve.
Exactly.
People have done it. People have done it. We should be able to do it. So when I'm going to Volta and I get to Sogakope and I'm driving over the bridge and I see all that water flowing into this, I ask myself, into Ghana, are we serious? Raw water, we just let it go into the sea. We can use for 1,001 things and change our fortunes. Anyway, those are some of the messages. We have one also on the roads, and this is on a completed road, but we don't know if it's been handed over finally. The message says, I don't know if urban roads have certified completion of the Palace to Mane Junction Road, but you have a lot of places where the holes cut for drainage covers are exposed. If you are not familiar with that road, you fall into them if you are walking. There are areas around the roundabout where the bitumen is uneven, and I will not be surprised if we begin to see cracks and then potholes very soon. Also, the location of pedestrian crossings is so dangerous, we need to fix it. And the texter asks that. So my question is the technical people at Urban Roads, have they certified the roads as complete or what? You need to ask these questions for me. And the most dangerous pedestrian crossing is the one at Palace heading to East Airport. As soon as you exit, you see people crossing. It doesn't make sense. Normally, when you are exiting, you accelerate, and there's a pedestrian crossing right there, and it could cause a lot of problems. So this is from Kojo. Thank you, Doc, for this particular message here on the Super Morning Show. I think we can wrap up the show with a couple of songs.
It's 6 minutes to 10.
Yeah,
we can jump for the rest of the.
Let's
with DJ X-Ray.
Oh, Jaisa.
So my name is Winston Amoah.
Jaisa.
Or DJ Agrek.
Jaisa.
We leave you in the hands of DJ